special fundraiser honors the legacy of Urge Dinegde, beloved founder of the TVSP, the Village School Project in Oromia, a project rooted in her deep commitment to education, community, empowerment, and creating lasting change in undeserved areas. Our goal is to raise at least $25,000 to continue the work she begun, supporting the expansion of the school, providing critical learning resources, and ensuring children in rural areas have access to sustainable quality education for generations to come. Throughout today, we'll celebrate Urge's impact, hear from community leaders and change makers, inspired by her vision, and come together in giving to carry forward the legacy of hope and opportunity. Let's make today's purpose. Let's give, let's build, and let's keep Urge's dream alive. With that, I want to ask every one of you to have a moment of silence to reflect and to think and to orient ourselves and go through the motions. Just a 1 minute moment of silence. Thank you. Thank you very much. I spent my 1 minute reflecting on Urge's life and also calling good vibe to the event today. And next in our program will be opening prayer from our faith leaders. Now I'll pass the floor to our faith leaders or any representative of the representative faith here to start us with as Oromo culture. Akkuma aadaa keenyaatini kadhannaadhaani eebbaan akka jalqabnuu fi warri asitti argamtanii kanaan nu jalqabaa galatooma. Maqaa akka si waamuu barbaaddanii of beektu miti moo maqaa si waamu? Okay, miitirra jirtaa ol kaasiti jalqabaa galatooma.
Galatooma nagaan waaqayyo isiniif haa ta'u hunduma keessanii fi Asafa Waaqjiraan jedhama. As waldaa warra Wangeelaa Oromoo Our Redeemer Minneapolis jirtuun tajaajila kadhannaa gabaabaa godhanna. Sana fuuldura garuu seenaa tokkoon isinitti hima daqiiqaa tokkotti. Macaafa qulqulluu keenya keessa macaafa hojii ergamootaa jedhamutu jira. Macaafa sana keessa seenaa dubartii tokkootu jira. Dubartiin kuni Dorcas jedhamti. Nama tola ooltummaadhaan beekamtu turte jechuudha. Waggaa 2000 dura kuni. Namoota ijoollee maayini dubartoota abbaan manaa irraa du'eef uffata hodhitee laatti turte. Nama baay'ee nama gargaartu humanitarian turte namni kun. Gaaf tokko dhukkufatteeti duute jedha macaafni qulqulluun. Isa booda gaafa isheen duutu namoonni dhaqanii Phexrositti himan. Phexrosi duuka buutuu Yesuus Kiristoos keessaa nama tokkodha. Namni kun dhufee Waaqayyoon kadhatee fi gara jireenyaatti deebitee jedha dubartiin kun. Seenaa kana dubbadhuu fi waa'ee urgee sababii na yaadachiisuuf. Dorcas kuni she was humanitarian, nama hiyyeessa gargaartu, nama marginalized warra ta'e warra namni dubbatuuf hin qabne nama gargaartu tokkotu duute ennaani namni kun kadhatee fi gara jireenyaatti ishee deebise jireenya hin fayyite jechuudha. Urgeen gara Waaqayyoo deemtee jirti. we are not going to bring back Urgee like Dorcas in person. Garuu har'a afurri isheen wajjiniin jira, hojiin isheen wajjiniin jira, hojii isheen hojjechaa turte kana akka itti fufsiifnu asitti walitti qabamne isa kanarratti Waaqayyo akka inni milkii nu kennuuf wajjiniin kadhanna daqiiqaa tokko. Maqaa Waaqayyo kan Abbaa, kan Ilmaa, kan Hafuura Qulqulluu Waaqayyo tokko, yaa Waaqayyo gooftaa keenya si galateeffanna. Namoota har'a addunyaatti walitti qabaman kanaaf galanni siif haa ta'u. Urgee ishee ati nuuf laatte biyya lafaa irratti yeroo gabaabaadhaaf nuuf laatte karaa hojii isheetii nu tuqxe karaa hojii isheetii nu jajjabeessiteef maqaan kee haa ulfaatu. Maatii ishee yaa Waaqayyo gooftaa abbaa ishee haadha ishee obboleettii ishee firoota ishee abbaa manaa ishee hundumaa jajjabeessite har'a kana waliin dubbachuu akka dandeenyuuf waan walitti nu qabdeef galanni siif haa ta'u. We are grateful that your spirit encouraged us, your spirit gave us direction, and that we are here today to continue legacy of hope and legacy of faith and hard working. Thank you, God, for that. And today we pray that you come and speak to us. Today you come and encourage us. Today you come and encourage our spirit so that we can donate, we can speak, learn together from Urgee. Kana duwwaatu hin taane yaa Waaqayyo gooftaa waan nurraa eegamu nus gochuu akka dandeenyuuf nu gargaari. Sagantaan keenya toora nuuf galu. Awurooppaadhaa kan dhufan, Awustiraaliyaadhaa kan dhufan, As Ameerikaa, Kanadaa, biyya Oromiyaadhaa kan dhufan hundumtuu geggeessaa keetiin qajeelfama keetiin waan gaarii dubbachuuf hojjechuu akka dandeenyuuf nu gargaari. Warra sagantaa kana geggeessan gargaari, warra nuuf dubbatan gargaari. Kana hunduma isaa maqaa gooftaa Yesuus Kiristoosiitiin si kadhanneerra nuuf dhaga'i. Ameen.
Galatoomii Asaffaa warri feezii gara biraarras warra dhuftanii akkasuma eebbaan nu jalqaba galatooma.
Tisho Haji Nasirif accessii kenname.
Please accessii kennaafi
From Minnesota, yeah.
My good friend Nazir Hamza from Minnesota, yeah, kennaafi accessii kennaafi akka inni eebbaan nu jalqabuufi. Thank you. I think he has access now. Is he in the room? His name is Nazir Hamza. Unless he joined with a different name. Nazir Hamza will be the name you're looking for to add. Okay, Dr. Sule, can you tell us in what name he joined in? Nazir Hamza? Our technical background folks are not able to find.
Maquma isaatiin amma dubbisee ture telefoona.
Okay, maqaan isaan argaan jiru jedhani. Maqaan isaan jiru jechaa jiru tekstii irratti argitanii chaatii irratti. Nu Obsa nama eebbaan nu jalqabu eegaa jirra. Nama hundi keessanii jaallattanii beektaniidhas eegaa jirra. Yoo dhabne Dr. Sule silkiimaan karaa keetiin gochuu hin danda'ama speakerii keerra goone at the very least we can do that.
Akkasiin godhaayyee.
Yoo rakkanneef yaa. Yoo argachuu dadhabnee fi akkas gochuu wayyaa. Time is saving nu godha achumaanis interruption avoid godha. Can we get live link to share? Absolutely. Warri as keessa jirtanii firoonni keessa maatiin keessanii programma kana warri irraanfatanis jiru ta'a warri dagatanis jiru ta'a yeroo kana linkii chaatii keessa isinii kaa'u isa fuudhaati nama beektan hundumaatti share godha akka namoonni joinii godhanii fi galatooma. obsa keessaniif baay'ee isin galateeffannaa. Kunoo amma linkiin chaatii keessa isinii ta'eeraa jooyinii gochuudhaaf akkamitti akka jooyinii godhanii namuma beektan hundumaatti ergaati. Namni hundumtuu akka har'a dhufeen wajjinii sagantaa kanatti hirmaatu hojii eebbifamaa kan irratti akka qooda fudhatuu fi itti dabarsaa wajjiniin sheerii godhaa dhufanii jooyin godhanii.
Tishoo si'a tokko kanan jechuu barbaade shaboo miidiyaan laayivii sooshaal miidiyaa irratti dabarsaa jiru yoo ta'e isaa jechuu kooti ani.
Yeah. We are also live across Shabu Media chaatii keessa dabarsaa jiru isas sheerii gochaa jiru warri chaatii keessa. They're one step ahead of me. So thank you technical team in the background. You guys are doing an amazing job. Appreciate it. Dr. Sule, any updates on
Seeneetiin jira jee. Tishoo.
maqaa isaatiin immoo?
Baqa shaajinaas asumaan ta'e godhi baqa du'aayi. Okay.
Maqaa isaatiin galee?
I think rakkoon isaa linkii isaa zuumii kan paanaalistiidhaan yoo seene malee dubbachuu hin danda'u addanatti natti fakkaata. That may be the problem.
Invite gochuu danda'ama akka paanaalistiitti maqaa isaa yoo achitti keessatti arganii they could invite him. The problem is they're not seeing his name in the list of the attendees.
Okay.
What our technical people can do is take him from attendees and add him to the panelist. The challenge is they're not able to find. Yes?
Tisho, maqaan isaa jira under attendees. It says Ustaz Nasir
Ustaz,
Hamza.
I see that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ustaz, thank you, Arfase.
Yes, yes.
Welcome. Yeah. Ustaz Nasir Hamza, I see it. So you should be able to see technical people in the back. Please add him.
No, he is here now.
Let me see if I'm able to add him.
Seenee jira Ustaaz Nasir Hamza.
Joan is raising her hands.
Yeah, seeneetiin jira daqiiquma lama naa kanna.
Oh, perfect. And Joan, I see your hand. I will take it after we're right now doing the blessings. Thank you. Okay, now he will lead us with the blessing. Thank you for being here.
The purpose, our goal, and all that. Make Amalini $25,000 goals, and then the donation.
You mean the slides? Yeah, he should be ready now. I think he's ready to go. Ustaz Nasir? Thank you. You're on mute and unmute yourself and no ABCT. Nijal Kamna. Galatomi. It's not seeing you after a very long time. I know you probably need a few minutes to gather yourselves, but go ahead and get us started. You'll be great without preparation. I know you're on mute. I just want to let the participant know that you're getting ready to do the blessings. That's why I think you purposely put it on the mute. My hope is as soon as you get back into your chair, you're going to get started. Thank you for being here. Much appreciation. There he is. Again, to remind you, the purpose, this is a celebration, a remembrance, and a call to action for a very good cause. And we're prepared to dive in to the day and hear from a lot of amazing change makers in our community. As soon as Ustaz Nazir Hamza is ready, we'll take our blessings and we'll go to our next program, which will be a welcoming remark from Dinegde family. So right after the blessings from Ustaz Nazir Hamza, please, the Dinegde family, be ready to start us with the welcoming remark. If Ustaz Nazir needs few more minutes, more than like 30 seconds, we could actually do a welcoming remark from Obofakadu Dinegde. Let me know how long you need, Ustaz Nazir. If it's more than 30 seconds, we'll do the welcoming remark from the family, and then go back. I think it's a little bit of deviation from. Oh, there he is. Okay, in the next 30 seconds, if he's not ready, I'll ask Obofakadu Dinegde to give a welcome remark, and then I don't know if that is appropriate. I'm not sure. Imbeku, adasi hojii qe imbeku garuu yeroo keenya seeraan itti fayyadamuudhaa fi sekondii 30 booddee Obofakadu Dinegde akka qophooftanii isinin gaafadha. Sekondii 30 booddee inni dhufu taanaan isaan jalqabne itti deebi'uu dandeenya. Oh, he's here.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Dhiifama maadho akka malee waajjira keessa jira keessummaan balbalanatti seentee haamboo haamtu na dhufa, so I couldn't do anything. Amma ifirraa gaggeessee ulaa cufe.
Thank you, understandable. Galatoom itti nuufuu fi eebbaan nu jalqabi.
Very super busy day. Duraan dursee galatooma ulfaadhaa hayyoonni kan fagoo fi kan dhiyoo jirtan baga rabbiin nagaan walitti nu deebisee gaa nama fayyaa qabu nama nageenya qabuutu walitti deebi'a. Rabbi subhaanahu wa ta'ala gaa maatii fi hiriyoottan obboleettii teenya tan akhiramteef maaritii hundaafuu jajjabinaa fi sabrii haa kennu jechaadha. Akkasuma gaa amantii islaamaa keessattis amantii biraa keessattis namni nama gargaare ofuma gargaare. Kanaafuu gargaarsi har'a isin asirratti godhuudhaaf hirmaannaan godhaa jirtan waan rabbiin boru gaafa duune gaa irraa nu gaafatu ta'u. Ani beelaweetiin nan gargaarre, ani dhukkubsadheetiin nan yaalle, ani gartee rakkadheetiin nan gargaarre jedhee rabbi nu komata. Yaa rabbi ati nama rakkatu miti, hin rakkatu, ati namaa miti, ati hin beelawtu ilma namaatii miti, ati hin dhoowwattu ilma namaatii miti, ati hin dhukkubsattu ilma namaatii miti. Akkamiin rakkattee nu gaafatte jennaan bar anaa miti gabroottan kiyya beelawanii beela baasuu osoo qabdanii dhoowwattan. Osoo yaaluu dandeessaniiti dhoowwattan, osoo rakkoo furuu dandeessan dhoowwattan jee anaa miti isaaniif isin garaatti waan jabaattaniif jecha isinilleen har'a rahmatii kan qabdan jee rabbiin guyyaa qiyama nama komata. San jalaa bahuudhaaf har'a nama gargaaruun of gargaaru fuuldura keenya tolfatudha jechuudha. Kanaaf ulfaadhaa isinin jenna. Bismillah alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rabbiin gaa walgahiin kun walgahii kan khayrii, kan barakaa, kan tokkummaa, kan ulfina, kan jaalalaa, kan gargaarsi keessatti gartee lammii keenya qofaa miti hawaasa guutuu addunyaatiif keessatti gartee wanni gumaachi guddaan keessatti godhamu rabbi nu haa godhu. khayrii irratti warra gartee akkanatti hirmaatee waan baastan tana rabbiin dachaa godhee isin haa deebisu maatii keessan keessatti fayyaadhaan nagayaan ulfinaan warra jiraatu rabbi isin haa godhu waan gaarii hojjettan tana addunyatti akhiratti tan ittiin gammaddan rabbi isin haa godhu namni nama gargaare akkuma isin hin jennetti of gargaare wanni rabbii biratti akkaan jaalatama rasuulli sallallahu alaihi wasallam nama tokko qalbii isaa keessa gammachuu galchuun waan hojii rabbiin akkaan jaalatu jaan. Nama tokko qalbii isaa yaaddoo keessa jirtu ati furmaata taatee fi liqii irraa kafaltee beela irraa baastee daftara bittee fi nyaatatti gootee namni keessattuu yatiima gargaaru jira soosnam. Yatiima jechuun nama gartee orphans nama abbaan qabne ka abbaa malee guddataa jiru namni nama san arraan tana beela irraa baase manatti godhe nyaatatti godhe kitaabatti bite boru akka nama tahee bakka gahu namni yaalii godhee irratti gargaare anaa waliin jannata keessatti ilal akka qubni kun haa walitti dhiyaatu wartanii jannata keessatti hagas takka walitti dhiyaannaa jira Rasuul sallam namni orfaanii gargaare jechuu ollaa nabiyyichaa nabi Muhammad jannata keessatti akkasitti walitti maxxanee ollaa ta'ee nabiyyi waliin jiraata jechuudha. Kanaaf ulfina guddaadha. Boru anillee nin du'a ilmaan kiyya kana yoon arraan tana kanama bara rabbiin ilmaan kiyya saniifillee rabbi subhaanahu wa ta'ala abbaa gaarii fidaa jechuudha. Kanaafuu ulfaadhaa galatoomaa waan namoomaati, waan rabboomaati, waan amantiiti, waan biyyaati, waan sabaati, waan lammiiti. Gara hundaanuu dirqama hedduutu nurra jira. Dirqama keessan baachaa jirtan keessanillee rabbi isin haa baatu ulfaadhaa wayyoomaa nageenyaa tura.
Thank you very much. Baay'ee galatoom. Very inspiring. Achi keessa highlight gochuu kan barbaadu nama gargaaruun of gargaaruudha. So jedhanii stands out for me. Dhuguma of gargaaraa jirra. Galatooma. Next we'll go to welcoming remarks from the Dinegde family.
I'm free meeting Gamakian.
At free Galatomi, bye Galatomi. You are free. I know it's hectic. Thanks for making the time to be here.
Weekend is my very busiest time.
I know. I know.
I'm still at work here. Madrasa kesa jira madaskida.
Yeah.
Sanuwabi. Na ufalta asnolin turu kamare jaladda. Duran durse hunda kesanu bagana jiratan ulfada isin jaladda natura. Dr. Nuredin again ajra dugatis.
Ajra ajra.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay.
Sibo kan akamitin kesa basa kesan hun adda kam.
Isaanuu si calaasu keessa. Warri technically gargaaraanii karaa sana galatooma. Ittaanee Dinegde family obbo Fqaaduu Dinegdeedhaaf jalqaballaadha. Welcome remarkidhaa fi kaanis yoo jiraatan akkasumas irraa fudhannaa galatooma. Obbo Fqaaduu kan keessanii.
Bayisa fayyataa iddoo hundaatti namni biyya jirutti inni kaan hojii qabaa inni kaanis halkan irra rafaa haaluma adda addaa kana keessatti guutummaatti wanni taatanii hojii kootettanii kan irratti hirmaachuu keessanii fi hedduu galata guddaa qabdu. Komiteen kana qindeessee waan hundaa hojjete kuni yeroo dheeraatii fi halkaniif guyyaa hojjechaa turtanii hedduu galata qabdu. Horri miidiyaadhaas hojii koo'ettanii miidiyaan Oromoo maajoritiin jiru hundumtuu kanarratti hirmaattanii akka wanti kun ifatti bahuu fi wanta paarsipeetii gootaniif hedduu galata guddaa qabdu maqaa maatii kootiitiin. Isaan duwwaayyuu mootuun ta'in warri namoonni kanarratti hirmaattan biyya lafaa hundaati hedduu sin galateeffanna waan jennu hin qabnu mucaa keessan intala keessantu kanarra gahee appreciationii hojii isheetii waan isheen goote waan qabdaniif immoo waan kana hundaa joortan malee calmattanii namni har'a daqiiqaa hafan horiillee namaa dabarsuun baay'ee salphaa miti. Garuu kanarratti waan guddaa hojjettanii dhugaatti waan jennu hin qabnu nuti karaa keenya baga kanatti milkooftaniin jedha. Yoon wanta xiqqoo waa'ee urgee irraa haasa'e urgeen ijoollummaa kaafteeti nama baay'ee hubannaa guddaa qabu
Ani kanan jedhu amma waggaa 5tti guddiseera. Ijoolleedha waan karaa daarektii godheera. Waggaa 5 booda immoo yerootti amma yeroo yuunivarsiitii geessetti immoo isaa kaaftee isheetu na guddisaa ture. Baay'ee kan na gorsu waan jireenya akkaataatti nama wajjin jiraatanii akkaataatti wanti tokko murteessanii yeroo nama araarsinutti na gorsuudhaan kanaan dubbadhu kanaan jedhi yeroo isheen jettu waanuma isheen jettuuni yeroo hundaa dhaggeeffadhan ture. Tokkoffaa ijoollummaati kaaftee kindergaardeniiti kaaftee leadership quality qabdi turte. Ijoollee wajjiniin turte astaa asii kaa koornerii dhaqe ati balleessiteetta maal jetteetu ijoollummaa kaaftee waan akkasii keessatti uumame leadership quality qabdi jechuun barbaade. Passionateedha, kindidha. Kana hunda namoonni hiriyooti ishee beekanii addunyaa irraatii har'a ragaa ba'aafii jiru. Kana waan an keessa deemee haasa'u hin qabu. Urgeen afaanittiin yeroo haasoftu jechooti isheen jettu waan normaalii nuti akka ittiin salphaatti haasofnu miti. Yeroo baay'ee amma naanii yoo wanta tokko ati nama duriiti nama waan tokko hin galleef yoo jechuu barbaadde maal naan jetti waankii si baafnee waankii si kiyaa baasuu dadhabneetti. Waan fanii adda addaa jechooti ishee baay'ee diippiidha. Quality kana qabdi. Isheen barnootaan social workii barattee social workii barumsaan waan eerni goote sana duwwaa miti. Urgeeni natural giftii qabdi. Akkaataatti nama wajjin haasoftu akkaataatti barumsa sana duwwaan itti hin fakkaatu. Maaliif yeroo argitu waan baay'ee argaa jirra. Isheen first generationidha biyya kanatti. Nuti warra jalqaba dhufe keessaati tokko waan taaneefi yeroo dhalattee isheen ijoolleen ishee duwwaa turte. Karaa biraa toltuutu ture. Isaan kana lamaan ijoolleen biyya kanatti jalqaba dhalatanii lafa dhannutti jechoota tokko maal jetti nuti warra mana doogayiitti guddateetti. Maaliif yeroo doogayii dhannu lafa keenya hin qabnu fudhannee dhanna. Achi lafa cidhaattis lafa gaddaattis hundumatti urgeen wajjiniin attaachii taatee ilaalchisee haasaan ishee nama guddaa ol darbe deebi'e. Kanaaf yaadi ishee immoo uummata ishee gargaaru waan waa'ee oromummaa waa'ee sabummaa akkuma nu dhukkubuti isheellee dhukkuba. Yeroo hundaa jechaa galti. Waa'ee maas miidiyaa kana information lafa isheen argitu hin beeku. Discussionii adda addaa addunyaa irraati wanta deemu ishee irraati information argan. So baay'ee attaachitti taatee jirti. Akka ittiin guddattee sanarraa kan ka'e immoo mana barumsaa paashinii qabdi turte. Mana barumsaatti qulfii wanti jireenyaadhaa barnoota keessa jira. Barnooti immoo barnoota duwwaa utuu hin ta'in quality educationiin baay'ee barbaachisaadha jettee waan itti amantuu fi yeroo hundaa kana kan isheen yeroo hundaa haasoftu yeroo hundaa hojjettu argitaniittu waan adda addaa irratti kana waan ani isinitti himuun qabu urgeen nama akkasiiti jechuudha. Educationiin ofii isheetiif immoo dandeettii biraa qabdi uumamaan mana barumsaa amma maastersii ishee full time hojjechaa turte full time baratteetu distinctioniidhaan namni full time barachaa full time hojjechaa waan hundaa life ishee keessatti kategorii qabdi. Erga gaafa dhalatteeti daayiriin ishee from grade 1 amma dhumatti olirra keessi every day actionii wanta ta'uu amma documentii qabdi. Kanaaf nama baay'ee keerii qabdu nama waan hojjettutti baay'ee strictidha. Amma yeroo erga isheen duuteeti faayila waa'ee mataa isheetiidha already category wanni barreessitee hundesaa paaswoordii wajjin paaswoordii meeqa jira lafa hojii isheetii haa ta'u nama wajjin haa ta'u anuu mataan koo yeroo nani waan tokko irraanfadhu isheen gaafadha paaswoordii koo hundumaa akka gaariitti nama well disciplined well organized nama taateedha. Kanaaf wanneen mootummaan biyya naadhaa erga isheen duuteeti awardii fidanii fi ministeerri kennaniif. Waan akkasiiti recognized taatee wanta kana argachuun nuuf salphaa fakkaata garuu hojii isheetu argisiise kana hundaa. Kanaaf dhiifama naa godhaan yoon isinitti dubbii baay'iseyyuu namoota isheen mentorii gootu amma yeroo dhiyootti biyya deemeen ture biyya keessatti nama hin beekne urgeen da'ee ka'een si wajjiniin wanta rakkoo keetii kana si wajjin haasa'a itti namni isheen ittiin tefaa jira. As such namoota nuti hin beekne across the borderidha kan wanni isheeti. Community warra Sri Lanka warra Fiji kana wajjin maatii manu goote gara uummanni kun ammuma Oromoon gaddan du'a ishee. Gadda yeroo tokko holiday deemnee achitti dhufanii akkanuma nama warra ministeerotaadha wanni nutti diranii ijoolleen mandaraadha waa'ee ishee namni wallaalan jiru. Waan nu dhibu waan baay'eetu jira waan hin dhagahin waan baay'een dhaga'aa jira. Urgeen ishee nuti beeknu duwwaa miti across the world she is well respected. Kanaaf immoo gammachuu guddaan natti dhaga'ama akka abbaatti akka maatiittis. Kana immoo isin immoo recognize gootanii kana wajjiniin deemuun keessanii hedduu na gammachiisa. Wanti tokkitti pointiin tokko kana itti dabalu mana barumsaa isheen wanni ijoollee isheen amma wanni gootu kana dhaabotii adda addaadha. Ijoollee sirraa fuunee scholarshipii si gargaarree si barsiifna warreedhanii akka makkoo biilfaa Dr. Guddataa darbee immoo Dr. Gammachiis waan akkasii waan promisii naa galanii jiranii fi gara fuulduraatti hojiin ishee fuulii ta'a gargaarsa keessaniini gorsa keessaniini nu wajjin dhaabbadhaa hedduu galatoomaa fayyaa keessan ta'a guyyaan guyyaa gaarii ta'uun jedha.
Baay'ee galatoomaa abbeen isheellee waa'ee ishee guyyaa guyyaadhaan waan haaraa nama baranii nama ajaa'ibduu guyyaa guyyaadhaan waan haaraa namni illee ganaa biran geenye waan baay'ee nama qabdu urgeenne baay'ee nama guddaadha. Nunis projektii adda addaa gaafa wajjin hojjennu sagaleen ishee very calm akkamitti akka yaada ishee dabarfattu hundumtuu baay'ee na dhiba ture. Amma kanatti aansee warri paanaalistii taatanii chaatii keessa dubbisaa maseejii adda addaa isinii dhufaa jira isa ilaalladhaati akka properly respond godha. Kuni gargaarsi har'a goonu kuni maal hojjeta isa jedhuu fi amma kunoo screen irratti argaa jirtu what will you generously support maaltu jalqabamee maalis raawwachuudhaaf deemaa jirra kan jedhu kunoo jira. Scholarship programming jira kani 1 year to support 75 students hundumaa danda'e jechuudha. Isaaf gara 19,000 barbaachisa. Karaa bishaaniin mool qabatee projektii jalqabame irratti gara 4,500 wayii inni argaa screen korraa isinis argaa jirtu. Walumaa galatti at least $25,000 sassaabuudhaaf adeemaa jirra. Yeroo kana I want to take time to akkamitti akka kennuu dandeessanii ammumayyuu kennuu jalqabuu dandeessu akkamitti akka kennuu dandeessanii kunoo asirratti taa'ee jira argaa jirtu akkaataa isinii mijaa'anetti akkaataa isinii ta'uu kana keessaa filadhaati doneet godhaa akkuma argitanii fundraising goaliin keenya 25,000 dha kana jechuun isa duwwaa sun ta'anii isa olis yoo ta'e homaa miti garuu at least 25,000 fundraise gochuu barbaanna. The methods you can use are described on the screen right now. You can look at the screen. In the meantime, I really want to recognize our media partners for this project. Shabo Media, Kelo Media, Oromo Diaspora Media, and Oromo 11. Your work has really significantly impacted the reach and also will the service that you guys have been providing, not just for this project, but for the Oromo community, has not gone unnoticed. By Galatoma, isinis warri qindeessitoonni programma kana, people who have been working hard in the background, hundi keessaniyyuu Galatoma isin jechuu feena. So now, without further ado, warri kennitanii kenna. Amachitti, I will introduce our first speaker, a face that's familiar to all of you. This is Dr. Nuredin Sule. He's a board-certified pharmacist with over 20 years of experience, currently serving as a specialty pharmacy manager. He earned his Doctor of Pharmacy degree with honors from Mercer University. His passion for healthcare was sparked by a local pharmacist in Finfinne who inspired him with his community care. Dr. Sule co-founded the International Oromo Health Professional Association, IOPA, to address healthcare's disparities with the Oromo community. As a former president and treasurer, he has played a key role in mobilizing resources for healthcare initiative. He led the renovation of Chiro General Hospital, serving over 2.5 million people, and collaborated with IOPA and Matter to deliver essential medical equipment. Additionally, Dr. Sule serves on the board of directors for Lamif Relief and Development Organization and was honored by the Oromia Physician Association in 2022 for his contributions to healthcare in Oromia and abroad. Without further ado, my good friend, Dr. Nuredin Sule, please take the floor.
Sure. I didn't know. All right. Assalamu alaikum. Duraan dursee akkam jirtu nagaa hundi keessanuu galata rabbii galchinaa hundi asirratti argamuu keenyaaf. I wrote a little bit. So my name is Nuredin Sule. I'm a pharmacist, a father of 3, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. And I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Though I am thousands of miles away from where Urge lived in Australia before her untimely passing during childbirth, we shared something powerful, a deep love for our people and an unshakable belief in the transformative power of education. Over the years, I have traveled with humanitarian organizations focused on water resources and strengthening healthcare systems. Together, we have sent containers of medical supplies and equipment across Oromia, Ethiopia. Mobilizing our diaspora community, who raised nearly $1 million to support hospitals, health centers, and health posts in their hometown, transforming lives in the process. During this mission trips, I have witnessed the harsh realities faced by many in Oromia: widespread poverty, limited access to healthcare, and an urgent need for education and infrastructure. Our next team returns on April 19, and with every visit, I carry a lasting reminder of how much more remains to be done. As Oromos, We take pride in community and lifting each other up. Urge embodied that spirit in every way. Though she lived far from Oromia, she never forgot her roots. She dedicated her life to building a better future for our people. One of her most profound contributions was the establishment of a school in Oromia, the Village School Project, not just a building of bricks and mortar, but a beacon of hope and opportunity. Urge, your selflessness and vision created a sanctuary where children can learn, grow, and dream. That school is more than just a place. It is a powerful symbol of what one determined heart can achieve. You give these children more than just an education. You give them believe in themselves, in their future, and in their power to create change. Because of you, children who might never have entered a classroom will rise to become leaders, innovators, and change makers. You have planted seeds of hope, compassion, and resilience that will blossom for generations. We know the road ahead is still long. Inequality, poverty, and injustice remain persistent challenges across Oromia and Ethiopia. But your legacy shows us what is possible when we choose action over despair, when we commit to our communities and lead with love. You remind us that even a single act of kindness, a single dream can open doors for countless others. Urge, we are forever grateful for your courage, your passion, and your unwavering belief in the power of education. Even in the darkest moments, you showed us that hope is real. May your school continue to grow. May your light continue to guide us. And may your legacy forever inspire those who walk the path you begin. Thank you, Urge. You will never be forgotten. Your impact lives on, an eternal beacon of hope and an inspiration for generations to come. Galatoma, I have 2 minutes to say in Afan Oromo. Duraan dursee Rabbiidhaafin galata galchaa for giving me a chance, one blessing akkana irratti akkan argamu naa kennu isaatiif. Lammaffaa maatii Urgee, the mother and father, and the Australian community, because Urgeen, she won't be Urgee without the parents, without the community in Australia. Shape godhanii Oromummaa wanta ka godhanii galatoomaan jaa. Maayirratti wanni nani ji'u nama gargaaru. Foundationii yookaan hojii amma Urgeedhaaf gargaaru jechuun Oromoo gargaaru jechuudha, of gargaaru jechuudha. Wal malee waa takka hin qabnu. This is about namooma. Kalee dubbachaatiin ture. Urgee physically arkeen beeku miidiyaa irratti malee. Ani dhalootaan Harargee, amantiin Islaamaa. Politically, we might have differences anaa fi Urgeen. Garuu hojiin isiin hojjettu sun is hojii namooma. Hojii namooma hojjettuuf immoo all you have to be nama tahuu qofa. So let's bring the humanity. Hawaasummaa keenya haa cimsinu, because hawaasummaan walii qabnuutu is a big boundary dha wanni nu qabaa jiru. So kanumaan jaa galatooma. Thank you, Tisho.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring message. We appreciate you. I see some hands that are being raised. Please work through the chats if there's some questions that need to be answered. Thank you. Very inspired. I'm inspired. One thing that Urge has in common with all our speakers today is their dedication to service. At the bottom line, all of them have done amazing work. All of the speakers. So and thank you for people who are donating as we speak right now. I think the donation is, I think we've raised a little over 5% of our goal. We are at 1,500 now. Please keep donating as we are going through our programs. I'll remind you every now and then to just open your cell phones and your bank books and start donating. Right now, I'll introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is Bayisa Wak-Woya. Bayisa Wak-Woya is an Oromo board Swedish national with an extensive international, legal, and humanitarian background, and has served in senior roles with the United Nations for over 25 years. He holds an LLM with honors in international law from the University of Kyiv and an MA in international studies from the University of Denver. In addition, Bayisa has certificates in mediation and conflict management from UK, in human rights law from Oxford University. Fluent in Afan Oromo, Amharic, English, Russian, Swedish, Serbo-Croatian, and French. Bayisa has worked across Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Notable positions include representative of the UNHCR in Moscow, deputy representative in Uganda, and chief of office for OHCHR in Croatia. From 2009 to 2013, Bayisa has also served as a chairperson of the UNHCR Staff Council in Geneva. Bayisa is married with 4 children and dedicated advocate for human rights and refugee protection. Without further ado, please take the floor. You are on mute. You are on mute. Try to unmute yourself. And
okay, I did now. Thank you. Without much of the ado, mandate Afan Oromo, Afan English, walkesta dabale injeda.
Inta alaman sayu mfranna Afan Oromos Ingilifas inta alaman sayu akabar badanitti. Feel free.
Tole gota. Arra warri kana qopheessitanii waaqa ulfina isiniif kennu kun yaada gaariidha. Maaliif hunda keessa akkan ilaalutti maybe abbaa urgoo ta'e malee nuyi isin hundi keessan dhaloota ijoolleedha. Warra duriiti. Dhaloota kana keessatti yaada akkasii kana fudhattanii deemuun keessan kun hamilee namatti hora. Nuyi dhaloota keenya maaliif personaalii ani filantirooppii kana keessan ture qofaadhuma koo namni akka irraa miti dhaloonni kunis dhaloonni duris baay'ee aadaa isaan qabnu keessumatti Oromoon individually horii ji'atti namaa erguu firaaf erguu barbaadna malee wanta substantive ta'e mana barumsaatti baranne sana dhannee waa tokko library build gochuu waa gochuu kana hin qabnu aadaa masaa hin qabnu. And it was 2007, I think, Urge, just by accident, among Uganda, to the major airport, Tilamanu, Kenya, luggage in Kenya, Mississippi, they were Guinea. And she was traveling with her parents at Tualbar airport, in Tebe airport, Tualbar, Michakana. She was just, I think maybe she didn't even graduate at that time. I don't remember. It's about the any project to Konkabani, be a street children programming Kaba, you Labba and Kamnam good desire, you did Dematoko for the last 15 years. Now, why can I wrote Yadana Gavate? I think I was very close to her. Not to say, be just ufte, Karakara Absise, by encouraging a goat and you. Yada kana ijoolleen dhaloonni ammaa kun dhufanii mana barumsaa abbaan isaaniif haadhi isaaniitti baran baadiyyaa sana keessatti dhaqanii just to go back to the roots kana gochuu isheetti baay'ee dhumanni ishee nan kabajan ture. But unfortunately she's gone and she was ahead of her time. Dhalootumti ishee baay'ee mucaa bushaattuudha yeroo malee bushaattee dhaloonni ammaa global economic crisis kun jira professionally. Akka yeroo keenyaa miti easy miti baay'ee namni struggle godhu kana keessa isheen isa teellaatti dhiiftee baadiyyaa sana keessa dhattee she actually physically went there to sleep with them baadiyyaa sana keessa sleeping baagii fudhattee dhattee rafti mucaa'uun which is not really common to her generation. Na doing afu amma waa'ee du'a isheetitti deebi'uu miti har'a nuyi illee cherish goona kuni celebrate goona jireenya ishee maaliifi and we do that only by goal isheen lafa kaa'atte sana fuunee fixuun nurra jira. We have to do that. Akka hojjetamu baay'eetu jira. Nuti isheerraa waan baay'ee barra mucaa kanarraati. Keessumatti amma dhaloonni amma jiranii baay'een akkuma sila jedhee rakkina guddaatu jira dhaloota ammaatii fi jireenyi salphaa miti akka yeroo keenya. Kanaatiif ofuma isaaniifi rakkatu baay'ee. They should not be blamed for that because akkasuma yeroo isaatu ofirra darbanii namaaf gargaaruu kan jedhu kana dhaloonni ammaa kun baay'ee itti ulfaata iyyuu hin danda'ani. Garuu loomiin shantamni nama tokkoof baadha nama shantamaaf garuu urgaadha jedhu miti innaa utuu yaadi sheerii godhamne commonly baay'ee sheerii goone bardeni kanatu sheerii goone laayyoo ta'a. Not for one person to go back and help his school of his parents. Garu group ida walgani barakana. This year we are going to help you. Mana barumsa kedan nisi gargar. 3 months later mana barumsa ko mo gargar group ida. So if we humne kenya walitti qabanne turan waagone umma dandam wantu kun qofa waagochuun dandeenyu kana kan urgennu barsiifta. Either we have to be strong fundraising kana kaasuun nurra jira bal'isuun nurra jira which is very easy. Yookaan immoo wal geenye wal qabannee wanni tokko gruupii tokko uummanne gruupiidhaan mana barumsaa kudhan nama 12 ta'anii ji'a horii qubii manaa buufanne library iddoo akkasii hojjennan. Waan guddaa yaadna. We are not building schools. We are not really going to spend too much. Horii hin qabnu kan kana build ittiin goonu. Garuu just me give you one example. Ijoolleen baay'een mana barumsaa boojii dirmatii jedhutti baradhee guddadhee mana barumsaa sana the ratio dhiiraaf dubartii at the elementary school level it's almost equal. Then you see the decrease in the number of girls when you reach 10th grade and 12th grade. You know the reason? A simple reason. Modesty for their sanitary pad and one it in business and one in Kamnif. Every month, at least from 3 to 5 days, that reduces their isan kachapi gochun dandan akka ijoollee wala dhiiraa warra kaanii sheemiidha baadiyyaa sana keessatti ijoollee baay'ee mana barumsaa kan kanaaf dhiisan jiru. And the result is ratio dhiiraaf dubartii gaafa isaan maatirikiif ta'an is reduced by half warra durbaa. Garuu dubartii 100 fi sanitary pad ji'a tokko bituun it doesn't cost you $100. It's less than that. Amma kana yaadnu wanta akkasii kana we think big doolari 50 finne no. Ijoollee 100 namni tokko illee durba 100 mana high school tokko namni tokko illee ji'atti ijoollee kana emancipate gochuu danda'a ture. Rakkina kana keessaa hin baasa ture. Example maafan jedhan. Kanaatiif dhaaloo isa isheen fudhatte kana nuyi isheetti yaadannee project isheen jalqabne fixuu duwwaatu hin ta'in dhaloota dhufu kana we have to encourage them. It's possible. Don't be scared. We are not asking you to contribute millions. Just skip your lunch, for example. Every Wednesday, skip lunch. It's no big deal. Lunch can see good. $1 the number getting out to save good. You don't suffer for one lunch. Every Wednesday for 1 year, I want to skip lunch. It's good for your health. You stay fit. Garu lunch the save you go to kun. You only lose your lunch. You don't suffer. Natu dineri nyata garalate. Ina wana kasakasi kana strategy baamni Oromoon kuni biyan de erga sora be biyan jirata. We are very very weak. It's my criticism. Jolen Oromo kun individually frakenya gargarra male collectively want to jennu baayeda with the exception of yolle not ufanya kan kana godani. Injiru adansa, but we have to start it. We have to build this culture, and it's doable. If an individual urge could do it, as an individual, imagine what we could do if we are 10 as a group, if we are 50. And by yen Kenya, the thing is to come to Toko, Kunjuru Motumati can do Jirukis, Motuman can object to Rajaman Barum Sakan Sati. That's not true. We can do something. We are responsible if we are part of the community, even though most of us are no more Ethiopians who are born in Ethiopia. Lammii biyya bakkeetti baay'een keenya garuu saba keenyaaf waa gochuu dandeenya waan baay'ee hin danda'ama kuni itti fufuu danda'ama soo kanan jechuu barbaadu hin ta'in waggaama isheen itti dadhabde urgennu biraa deemte yaadannee hidhii xuxxunnee nama gaddiise inni deemuutu hin ta'in yookaan projektii isheen jalqabde fixuu duwwaatu hin ta'in we really have to plan hundandama dhaloon nama jiru kun gargaaruu danda'a biyya keenya mana barumsaa forget about the rest Mana barumsaa abbaan keef haati keetti baranii just legacy abbaa keef haadha keetti dhaqeeti do something. Hadn't it been for their success ati iyyuu hin jirtu har'a ijoolleen kun Ameerikaan jiraatan har'a yaangeen kun. They are there because their parents made it and made it through difficulties. Baay'een keenya rakkina guddaa keessa darbineeti kan baranne. Thanks to our fathers. And amma immoo ijoollee kanas immoo maqaan tattaafannee nama ta'aniif ijoolleen keessa Ameerikaatti dhuftee Awurooppaatti dhuftee nama taati. So I think we have to pass the message. It's your predecessors namni kana siinsi ga'ee do something and it's doable. Kanaaf warri dhaggeeffatan hundumtuu wanti dadhabamu hin jiru. Just to give you an example, it's not about bragging. For the last 15 years, individually, I take care of 20 full coverage. Nyaata isaanii, uniform isaanii, barumsa is doable. Horii namiidha. Ijoollee kanaaf kan kaffalu. Darbee kan geetmanii namni tokko waan bitaa uffata jalaa baatee isa waggaa sekondaantii kan ijoollee isaanii faanaa kennu is fine. But it's doable. Really waan guddaa miti. Hundi keenya hin dandeenya. So Urgee should be as an individual. She did it. Of course, she raised the fund somewhere, but she's smart, and all of us can do that. Kanaatiif saraggeeffanne waaqayyo garaa itti nuuf sammuutti nu qabachiisu. Ulfaadha abbo fudhanne abbaan Urgee waaqayyo jabina guddaa isiniif kennu. Really, you are great. Mucaa akkasii guddifachuu keetti. Mucaa maqaa keessa maqaa ulfinaan si biraa deemte maqaa guddaa qabda. Thanks to everyone warri kana qopheessitanii Bishwaadis nagaa guddaa siif kenna yeroo kee dedigeetii goote. Waaqayyo nu gargaaru hundi keenya and we can do it. Ulfaadha.
Baay'ee ergaa bareedaa. If I've seen farther, it's because I was standing on the shoulders of giants that came before me. Waan baay'ee as keessaa fudhachaan ture karaa ofii kootiini. Obboleettiin koo bara tokko maastarsiisaaf teessisii hojjette turte. One of the things that she was working on is exactly the problem the girls face at a certain age. Marumsa dhamaaf hafu kan jedhu irratti my eye opened at that time. Ergaan an cimaa dheeree kana keessaa fudhate tokko keessa isuma har'a gargaaru qofa miti. School projectii kana akkuma salphaatti gargaarree bira darbuu qabna. Goolii keenya riichii gochuu qabna. Garuu isa irrayyuu darbinee nuunis gochuu dandeenya. Tokkoffaa waan baay'ee risoorsii guddaan barbaachisu. Lammaffaa ol gurmoofnee ol wajjin taanee hojjennee gaariidha kan jedhu ergaa nu dabarsanii. Ergaan caala kana caala jira. I actually want to connect with you, Obbo Bayisa, offline. I'm really inspired. Galatooma, time is baay'ee warri speakeriin keenya sirriitti nu qosachaa jirtu. Baay'ee galatooma. Daqiiqaa maxxannoo fuufurannee haasofne innee isinis akkasuma gochaa jirtu. Galanni isiniif haa ta'u. Fundraisingii eessa bira akka geenye hin beeku. Some of our audience, you guys are asking that the chat mode is disabled. Yes, the chat is disabled. However, there's a Q&A mode that you can utilize on the bottom of your screen. It says Q&A. You can go in there and you can chat there with, at least with the organizers, I'm sure. So our next speaker, Galatoma, our next speaker is my good friend, Reverend Tamasgen Mengesha. Tamasgen Mengesha Bayisa Dabasu is the pastor of Grace Lutheran Church, and it's a Founder service in El Cerrito, California, right here down the street from where I live. With over 20 years of ministry experience in both Ethiopia and the US, he has served as a local pastor, Bible college instructor, and was the founding national director of Doctors Giving Back, a nonprofit bringing medical care to underserved communities. Mutina goda. Bayisa muti goda. Reverend Tamasgen holds a BA in Bible and Theology from Addis Ababa Bible College and Master of Divinity from San Francisco Theological Seminary and certificate from GTU Berkeley and UCSF. He's currently pursuing a doctorate in ministry, and Reverend Tamasgen is a dedicated advocate for peace, justice, and human rights, most of you know, in Ethiopia, and the founding president of the Global Oromo Interfaith Council. Outside of ministry, Reverend Tamasgen, he enjoys reading, soccer, basketball, and time with his wife, Lydia Jabesa, and 3 daughters, Sifan, Fenan, and Monet. Fun fact about Reverend Tamasgen, he's a biggest fan of the Los Angeles Lakers basketball team. Just kidding. The Warriors. I know. Without further ado, please take over. And the rest of you, keep donating. Take your time while you're listening to his message. You can start donating and share the links with your friends. Thank you.
Galatomi Tisho, fayyaa ta'e. Duraan dursee warra koree kana dhimma kana qopheessitan isiniin galateeffachuun barbaada. Waa'ee keessan yaadaan, I've been in the group. Ilaalaan ture dadhabbii keessanii. I was like, hundumti keessan in one way or another had a connection with Urge and her life and what she does. And akkaataa kanaan isee kabajuudhaaf hojii isheen hojjechaa turtes akkan itti fufiinsa godhatuu fi I really appreciate what you have done, your dedications. Dhimmi kun akkasiin akka qophaa'u. So galata guddaa qab to this day, to this time, technical group behind waan hundumaa kana qindeessaa jirtu. I'm so proud of you. Eebbifamaa baay'ee fayyaa ta'a. Maatii Urgee lafa jirtanitti Waaqayyoo nagaa isiniif halaatu. Waa lama gochuun barbaada. First I want to reflect as a person of faith. Akka abbaa amantii tokkootti, I want to reflect on the life of Urge. Ani akka namoota tokko tokko baay'ee keessanii ta'uu danda'a. Carraa Urgee qaamaan argachuu hin arganne. But every time I hear her life story, seenaa jireenya isheetii yeroon dhaga'u, ammas yeroo darbes yeroo kabaja ishee irratti seenaan ishee kuni akka walaloo namni qopheesseeti. It's like a poetry. Akkaataan seenaa isheetii biyya alaatti Awustiraaliyaatti guddattee afaan Oromoo akka nama biyyatti dhalatee tokkotti dubbachaa mucaa dargaggeettii umuriidhaan baay'eetu hin ta'in gara biyyaatti galtee mucaa umuriidhaan xinnoo taate mucaa durbaa tokko argitee namni hundumtuu ilaalee at the glance bira darbuu kan danda'u ilaaltee mucaa ayyaantuu jedhamtu itti hixxee that could be me. Abbaan koo waggaa 40 dura biyya kana keessa atuun ba'uudhaa baadhee mucaan kun ana ta'uu danda'a. She put herself in that place of dudduubatti deebitee hawaasa keessaa baate ijaaruudha gargaaruudhaaf ka'uunsee daa'imman ijoollee tarii umuriidhaan atuun akka achi jiraadhe akka kanan ta'a jettee. And the bridge she built, the bridge, it is literal. It is a metaphorical. Bridge literally lafarratti ganda garasiif ganda garanaa wal agarsiisu. Baadiyyaadha qotee bulaan midhaansaa fudhatee gara gabaatti itti adeemsisu. Ijoolleen, it's a bridge they cross to their next step in life lafarratti. At the same time, she built a bridge waankiidhaaf Awustiraaliyaa gidduutti. Ijoollee waankiidhaa fi ijoollee asitti dhalatan gidduutti. It is metaphorical. It is literal. Jireenyi ishee, it's a poet. Walaloo akka namni qopheesseeti. The way she expressed herself. The life she has lived. Har'a asitti argamnee yeroo waa'ee ishee dubbannu, waa'ee ishee yeroo yaannu, I think we hold two things together. We have grief. We have a loss. At the same time, we celebrate a life, short-lived but meaningful, impactfully contained. When we think of her, an akka koota akka abbaa takka ijoollee durbaa sadii qabuutti, Urge is a dream for any father, a child, dreamy namni godhatudha. So we celebrate that life. When I think of Urge again, death didn't define Urge. Because here we are, we're talking about her. She is more than life. Jireenya lafarratti jiraatteenii, in a short life but impactful, har'a waa'ee ishee akka nuyi dubbannu. It's a legacy worth celebrating. It's a legacy that I can continue ta'ufi waan barbaachise hundumaa godhuun kan nurra jiraatu. Jireenyi urgee kanadha. When I think of urgee. So why should we support urgee's legacy? Inni tokkoffaani, because of her life. Eenyummaa iseerraa kan ka'e. It just needed to be supported. This legacy needed to be continued. This story needed to be told. Har'a nuyi warra dhageenye duwwaatu hin ta'ini, I'm going to tell my kids about this, about her story. Maalifi jireenyi urgeedhaayi ijoollee sababa tokkoffaa, because it's worth supporting. Lammaffaa, I support urgee's legacy for my kids. Dhugaa Waaqayyoon isinitti hima. Video urgeedhaa baneeni mucaa koo isee hangafaa wajjiniin dhaggeeffanne. We both hold one another. At the end of it, we look at each other. We both cry when we hold. The reason I share that is like, I want her to be inspired by Urge. So I support them. I support the cause. Mucaa koo as jirtuuf. Ijoollee keenya biyya alaa kanatti dhalataniif. He is an example. You know, if you look at history ma ilma biyya lafaa kana innaa laaltani, namoonni impactii guguddaa fidanii, they all were inspired by their heroes. Nama hundumaa innaa ilaaltan. They have looked at someone somewhere, isaan kan fakkaatu, and then inspired by them, isaan immoo hojii impactfully qabu hojjechuu danda'an. So we want more urgees because we support urgees cause. Kana atuu yaaduun, I hope someone somewhere, afaan Oromootiinis haa ta'u, afaan Ingiliffaatiin, a child book, akkuma seenaa Malaalaa dubbisne, guyyaa tokko seenaa urge in a children book, I can see Urge's story, Urge's legacy in that bookshelf. Sababni isaa, it worth that. Ijoolleen keenya kan irraa baratan kitaaba maqaa isheetiin barreeffamu. Sababa isaa sadaffaa, because Urge's life is worth celebrating. Because our children need a hero. Inspire kan isaan. Another one, Urge gave us an opportunity. Warra biyya alaa jiru keessuma anaaf isiniif. She already built that bridge, a bridge of connection. Mana barumsaa keessaa baane, hawaasa keessaa baane, sektarii hallan barumsaan haa ta'u, fayyaadhaan haa ta'u, hawaasummaadhaan haa ta'u. I know we all engaged in many activities outside, especially siyaasa irratti. As much as our siyaasa is necessary and needed, fundamental change fiduudhaafi, qabatamaa lafa irratti garuu har'a fayyaa irratti, keessumaa barnoota irratti, hawaasummaa irratti hawaasni keenya gargaarsa cimaa barbaada. Yeroo darbe dhaabaa Ethiopian School Village jedhamu wajji keessatti miseensa boordii ta'ee hojjechuu argan jalqabe waggaa lammaffaadha. Mana barnootii ijaaranii gargaarsuma wal fakkaataa akkasii hojjetu. Mana barumsaa keessatti baradhee bahee fitu gargaarsa akka isaan nu godhan gaafachuudhaafan mana barumsaa keenyaa piikcharii naa ergaa jedheen gaafadhe. Dhugaa Waaqayyoon isinitti himaa. I was ashamed wanta isaan naa ergan sana isaanitti agarsiisuudhaaf. Because manni barumsaa keessaa bahe, it was way better than now waggaa 35 irra. 35 years ago. maal jedheen kana itti agarsiisa jedheen nan qaana'e. As keessa mana barumsaa kana keessaan baradhee bahe jedhee agarsiisuudhaafan itti qaana'e. So uummanni keenya isanii dubbannu yaannu olitti rakkina guddaa keessa jira. So we need to engage. We need to support. Here it is. Urge has given us an opportunity to get connected to our community. Ummata keenya, saba keenya akka gargaaruuf carraa nuu laatteetti. So let us support this cause. Maatii urgee isin galateeffachuun barbaada akkuma warri duraanii dubbatanii mucaa kana fakkaatu Waaqayyo waan isinii kenneefi mucaa kana fakkaatu hawaasni Austraaliyaa addunyaadhaaf waan laattanii fi she is ours now. We share your loss, we share your grief, we mourn with you. At the same time, we celebrate her life. We are dedicated to continue her legacy. Because it's worth, because ijoollee keenyaaf jenne, because she gave us those all opportunities. Warri kana qopheessitan baay'ee galatooma. I just read an scripture, her favorite scripture, and then wrap up. And she embodied this, Micah chapter 6, verse 8. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your gods. Waaqayyo maal sirraa barbaada yaa ilmaan namaa jedha inni afaan Oromoodha. To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Urge lived out that verse. And this would be her legacy. And we will continue her legacy. And we celebrate. We mourn. At the same time, we celebrate, we enjoy, because we had an opportunity to have a person like Urge. Galatoma, Waaqayyo sinaa eebbisu fayyaa ta'a.
Thank you, Urge. Urge gave us even this occasion where we're getting inspired by the speakers, amazing speakers so far, very inspirational. John Peters agrees with you, Pastor Thomas Gunn. She says we need at least one children's book about Urge Dinegde and our living Oromo women heroes. So, Galatomi Sinjateti. Please, when you donate, if you're in the US, during checkout, make sure you change from Australian dollars, I think that's what it is, to USD, US dollars. I think, yep, they're working us through it. But while they're showing that, Pastor Tame, really your message resonates with me. You know, Urge did give us a gift in many multiple ways, multiple layers. You're correct. She gave us a way to give back to our community. She gave us a figure for our children to look up to, and an opportunity even today to get inspired by amazing speakers, yourself and the speakers before you, and I'm sure the speakers after you will also be as inspiring. Thank you, Pastor Tami. And as you can see on the screen, we are a little bit over 10% in our efforts. We are 3,219. Let's keep building it. Actually, I'll take a 5-minute gap between the speakers. We're not going to have any speakers now. We will watch live while this number goes up. If you haven't donated already, please open your phones and start donating to this cause. We wanted to, before we bring our next event, which will be, I think, a couple of videos, before we go to our next speaker. Let me make sure that's what the case is. Yes, we have a couple of videos, but before we get to the videos, don't put the videos up yet, please. Let's go back to the donation page again. Thank you. Yeah, let's go to the donation page. Let's move that to $4,000. I don't know if there's a list of people who donated. I would like to thank them. Wagari Iticha, $1,000. Thank you very much. Melissa, 200. Gadise and Fayera of Northern California. These are my good friends here. 200, thank you. Dr. Solomon Ungashe, another good friend of mine, 200. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Salome, I see you with 100. Arfase Gamada, 100. Imiru Ebisa, 50. I don't know what currency that is. I think it's Australian dollars. Gadisa Jenno, 200. Gamada Urgesa and Jatani Jarso, 200. Lensa Dinka, 200. There are more. Let's drive that. I'm opening mine. Can you send? Oh, I just received a message for $1,000 from Mengesha. I want that to be posted. Mengesha, if you're hearing us, we want to see that $1,000 posted as a pledge that just came in through my text. Another pledge came in from Roman from California for $500. I love those pledges. Those pledges already put us into the 4,000, almost 5,000. That's where I want to get to before we go to the videos. You can text me your pledges. If you're doing it right now, do it. I want to do my own donation also. I don't have the link readily available. If you can send me, yes, Mengesha Hika and Roman Ayana. They used to be former California residents. I think they're now representing Portland, but no, I don't accept that. I think they're still Californians. Thank you for the pledge. If you send me a link to my phone, I also want to make my donations now. Let me see the list again. The number is not going up. We want to see at least that number go up to at least 3,500 before we go to the videos. I encourage everybody, warra asirra jirtanii amma dhaqaatii irra deebinu nutti agarsiisi. How do we go to the link and how do we linkicha isa argachuu dandeenya? Chaatii keessa linkichi jira. Chaatii keessa linkii nu gashaa. Thank you for the link and linkii argadheera. So I'm in the link now. And then you press the donate now button. Is that what it is? Donate now. Donate now, Jadera. Okay, verify you're a human. I am a human. Okay, I want to donate. Choose your donation, enter amount, Jada. I'm choosing my amount. Kan ko godhachaan jira isinis godhadha. First name Tisho. I'm doing mine live as with you guys, so hopefully that number will go up as we go. And then there's a tip. What I'm doing there says thanks for tipping shop.org. I'm putting 0 for tip. I'm not tipping today. Today I want all my donations to go directly to the project that we're. Of course, if you want to tip, it's your prerogative. Anigaru tipi go chanjiru harra. You want to show my name on the supporters tab? Yes, I don't mind it showing. And my email address. Martaf Kafialon Ibalama pledge got any texting nagae. Galatoma pledge te already donation te mbeku. I'll check. Galatoma. We're in Northern California. Texting at Tergajru. I want to be kept up to date with that email case and Gadera payments method. Now I have to put my card number. I'm doing it live. Card number. Cardiko of a chanjra. Ijaru numfada number ko nilalina. This is kana kesan goda as ilalu news ranjru kan kesan go charger too. Refreshing Ugota, let's see where we're at so we can continue with the video. Refresh so we can see. Yep, we pushed the button a little bit, 3,500. Let's get to 3,500. Before we continue with our program, we need to get to at least 3,500 right now. Nine 4520, my zip code. There's a payment processing fee of $1.81 for me. Pay with card. I don't see the option to change to US dollars. Let me see. Oh, okay. I don't see the option. Do I go edit card or where do I go? It says accept and pay, but it's an Australian dollar right now. How do I change it to currency? So I go back, edit card, currency change.
Change currency. Change currency.
I see currency change. I found it. Now I'm gonna change it to USD. So right under the total amount, you do the currency change. I did to USD. I say save, and now, oh, it put my donation significantly down to what I originally planned to donate. Let me see if I can fix that. Maybe I'll donate more later. I'll just keep what I have for the sake of time. I put 200, but the conversion, I think, put it to $130. Now I have to enter my verification code. 0467. Verify and submitting payments. The currency difference, it does change. It changed it. That's all right. I'll donate more later. I'm done for now. Refresh the page. I think we're about at 3,500 maybe now. Warri kaanis akkasumatti donate godha. Donate godha. Oh, 37. We passed what the goal that I wanted for this intermission. Please, now we can go to the video. Thank you, technical team in the background. I'll be Galatomi.
Ayyaantu jedhamti maqaan ishee yeroo sana yeroo nuti achi baadiyyaa sana keessa turre ganama anaa fi obboleettii koo bira mana kookootii dhufti turte ganama gaafan koo achuma jirti balbalarra dhaabbatteerti inaasoftuu baay'ee qaanofti unuma nu ilaalti yeroo nuti deemnu nu wajjin deemti amma halkaniitti nu bira turti mucaan kun eenyu maqaan ishee eenyu maatiin qabdu eessa jiraatti jedheen of gaafadha yeroo baay'ee mana ta'e tokko tuudhannu nu wajjin deemti wajjin haasa'an deema eenyu maqaan kee obbolaa qabdaa abbaan kee faatii kee eessa jiru nutti himti abbaan koo kana hojjeta obbolaa afuriin qabaa nutti himti turte waa'ee jireenya isheeti. Amma yeroo nu ishee gaafadhu ijoolleen baay'een jiran naannoo sana yeroo sanatti mana barumsaan nattuwati ijoolleen kaanuun jiran yeroon jedhee gaafadhu mana barumsaa dhaquu hin dandeenyanii obbolaan koo warri dhaqan jiru garuu hin dandeenye jettee natti himti. Gaafan mucaa kana argu yeroon jireenya ishee argu waa'ee maatii isheeti yeroo natti himtu maal ta'uu barbaadde yeroo guddattu yeroon jedhee gaafadhu barsiisaa ta'uun barbaadaa jetti. Mucaan kuni jireenyi ishee jireenya koo ta'uu numa danda'a een yaada yeroo sanayyuu yeroon ishee wajjin haasa'u abbaan koo biyyaa ba'ee biyya Sudaaniin dhaqee Ijiptiin dhaqee Awustiraaliyaa dhaqee ani ayyaantu ta'uu numa danda'an ture. Kanaaf yeroo sana anaa fi konoo ayyaantuun urgee wajjin haasa'aa jirti utuun ishee ta'e urgee kun maal akkanaa gootuun barbaadaa jedheen yaadutti kee yeroo sana. Gaafani Austraaliyaatti deebi'u ani egaa yuunivarsiitii stuudantiidha horii hin qabu hojiin ittiin hojjedhee nama baay'ee gargaaruu danda'u hin qabu jedheen ofitti waan tokko gochuu hin danda'anii harka koo keessa waan tokko hin jiru hojjechuu hin danda'u jedheen ofitti himaa ture. Yeroon Austraaliyaatti deebi'u hiriyoota koo warran wajjin jiru footoo ishee biyya sanaa maal akka inni ta'e itti himaan ture. Maal biyyi kun akkasii nuti akkasittiin hin yaadne kana fakkaataa maal gochuu dandeenya akkamittiin gargaaruu dandeenya jedhanii naajjin haasa'utti ka'an. Waggaa ta'e booddee groupii volunteerii wajjinii the village school project kana establishii goone ijoollee akka ayyaantuu istaanaan warra akka isheetii mana barumsaa naannoo akka isheetii kana akkaataa itti jabeessinu akkaataa itti gargaarru karoorfannee kaane.
Thank you. And we have another video, right?
Duraan dursinee waan nuti goone akka organization'itti teenyee haasofne akkamittiin kan nuti kanatti fufnee akkaataa nuti itti hojjennu akkaataa itti best practice'dhaan hojjennu dura yaanne. Kun immoo mul'ati keenya nama jajjabeessuudha malee booddee ofii isaanii akka danda'anii waan isaanii hin gargaarre sanatti fufuu danda'an. Volunteerii Austraaliyaati warra biyya kana arguu barbaadanii manni barumsaa akkamii jireenyi isaa attamii warri baruu barbaadan wajjin warri dhufan jiru. Yeroo sanatti warra hawaasa mana barumsaa sana wajjin yeroo qabaachuu barbaanne akka Funday Festival lafa iddoon ijoolleen taphachuu danda'anii lafa nuti immoo hawaasa sana wajjin haasa'uu dandeenyu yeroo akkasii qopheessine. Egaa yeroo sana warruma achitti baratuu fi warra achitti barsiisaa jiru wajjin ol argina innee yaanne garuu guyyaa sana gaafa dhannee Proogiraamii sana gaggeessuuf jennu nama 2,000 oltu dhufe. Abbaa haadha warra kanaan dura mana barumsaa sana hin dhannetu dhufanii guyyaa sana warra jaarsa naannoo sana warra wajjin haasa'uu dandeenyu isaanirraa warra barachuu dandeenyutu dhufanii kanaan dura maal hojjettanii beektu maaltu isinii hojjete maaltu isinii hin hojjenne maal gochuu barbaaddu maal argitu mana barumsaa kanaa fi waan akkasii wajjin haasa'utti kaan nuti immoo mi'a baay'ee fuunee dhannee turre waan ijoolleen ittiin taphachuu dandeessu waan agarsiisuu dandeenyu. Kanaaf akkasitiin jalqabne yeroo isaanii wajjin qabaachuu fi isaanis akka gammadanii nuti immoo isaanirraa akka dhageenyuu fi yeroo akkasii qopheessinee turre yeroo dura. Scholarship programii tokko immoo hojjennee ijoollee 40 gargaaraa jirra. Mana barumsaa sana ijoolleen kun ijoollee warra abbaa fi haadha hin qabne ijoollee warra disability qabanii physical disability waan adda addaa yookiin ijoollee warra maatiin isaanii baay'ee hiyyeessa ta'anii warri maatiin ijoollee sana mana barumsaatti erguu hin dandeenye ijoollee warra akkasiiti kan nuti waggaa tokkoof gargaaraa jirru. Kana mootti fuufna jennee yaadna yoo fundingiin immoo allaanu godhe ijoollee sana increase gochaa deemna. Buildingii jiru rebuildii gochaa jirra. Kanaaf blookii tokko kan classroomii 3 qabu, ofiisii kan qabu, water bishaan kan extensionii mana barumsaatti fidu isarratti hojjechaa jirra. Mul'ati keenya guddaadha. Mul'ati keenya immoo asitti dhaabbatatu hin ta'in itti fuufna jennee yaadna. And as the locals would say, al tokkotti manneen barumsaa ganda gandaan humneessina.
Keep going down. Let me see new names. Amia is, oh, it's Mia. It's Mia. Wow. Okay. That is, the daughter is carrying the legacy of, thank you for, I was spelling it M-Y-A. That's why I didn't recognize it as it being Mia, who's Urge's daughter. The daughter is already being philanthropic from this early age. So the legacy is continuing. It's not stopping. Abdurrahman Ron, yes, $200. Gadisa Janno, $200. Lensa Dinka, 200. Raya and Tokone is from Northern California. Two of my little best friends, they $100. DJ Selena, I think that's what DJ Selena's on 100. Shout out to my DJ. Alfase Gamada Janera, Jalal Faisa 100. Hawera Mendio, is that, I don't know if I said it right, $100. Perfect. We can go to our next speaker soon. It's my privilege to so there are some people already also donating. Maybe it's anonymous donation, but I'm seeing them sending me a message that they are donating. Our next speaker is D Ratuvu. She's an early childhood coordinator with Central Desert Regional Council, working in the remote indigenous Australian community of Yuendumu, located in the Northern Territory. With over 17 years of experience in early childhood education, she is dedicated to supporting children's development and advocating for access to quality care and resources. Dee's passion for community service has taken her across the globe, from leading children's program in India, Fiji, and the Czech Republic, to working with Australia's First Nations communities through World Vision. One of her most meaningful experiences was traveling to Wanki in Oromia as part of the Village School Project, where she contributed to efforts supporting education in the underserved community, not deserved, my apologies. Dee met Urge Dinegde, the founder of the Village School Project, in 2003, in 2003, at their church in Melbourne. What began as a prayer for one true friend became a 20-year journey of deep friendship and shared purpose. Dee, I've never met you. I've seen you on a video. I feel like I know you. Without further ado, please take over. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tisha. Can you all hear me? Yes. And yeah.
I can hear you, so.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. I'm just amazed at what's happening right now with the generosity in your community. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dee, like you mentioned. I'm one of Urge's friends here from Melbourne, and I first met Urge, the very timid yet respectful Urge, at a youth gathering at our local church here back in Melbourne in 2003. I've been blessed to have known an incredible and kind individual for 20 years. And and I wanted to say thank you for allowing me to say a few words today. Sorry. Actually, as I was watching the videos, it brought back so much memories. So forgive me if I go off track a little bit. I just wanted to say thank you for giving me an opportunity to share. I'm truly honored, and I'm very privileged. I also admire the amazing team behind the scenes for your hard work and making this event so possible. It reminded me of the team. Your dedication reminds me of Urge's favorite quote, like you've got on one of your slides, by Margaret Mead. never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. So I applaud you, wonderful team, for your hard work. It actually has encouraged me to continue Urge's commitment to lifting up others and inspiring change, positive change in every community that she's touched, and hope it encourages others to take action today. So I will start by sharing a story of how I first heard about this extraordinary vision and what was burning in Urge's heart. It was a sunny day, and we were driving to a youth camp in her red car that we called Ray Ray. And we were chatting in the car, and she shared her what she felt God was a God-given vision. She felt God gave her a vision to start something that would help young people get a good education. And she didn't know how to do it. And all I can remember, I don't remember her exact words, but all I can remember was I just knew that it was about children, it was about helping with education, but the vision was so big. It was huge. And it was like, man, this is so impossible. But you know what? In that car right there, it was so exciting. Both of us were filled with so much joy that it was just crazy. We were talking about, hey, oh my gosh, what if we move here? Like, how are you going to get all the pencils and textures, and how are you going to do all this? But it was just so exciting. I was pretty much, in the Bible, it talks about Mary and Martha, or Mary and when she had a baby, and the other lady, I forget her name, her baby in her womb leaped, jumped for joy in her tummy. And that was what was like in the car when I heard her vision. So it was a very interesting day. And she was, Urge is that type of person where she's very careful who she shares her dreams with or her visions. So I was very honored. And she would only share it until when the time is right. So fast forward, we got to the camp, and the very next day they had this competition, similar to a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt game. And there was it's a game where a group of people work together to find clues, and at the end of the game, whoever found the treasure would win the iPad. So that was the prize, to win an iPad. Now that day, I have never seen Urge's level of determination. She was on fire to win an iPad. Anyway, she ended up winning the iPad. But before that, during the game, she looked at me and she just said, "D, if I win this iPad, that's a sign from God that I need to start working on this vision or this project." And oh my gosh, it was so funny. She ended up winning the prize. I was shocked, right? But then the very next thing that happened was divine, because the pastor got all the youth to come together. We sat down with a large crowd, and the pastor had announced who the winner was, which was Urge, and asked Urge to stand up in front of the crowd. And he asked her the question, "What will you do with this iPad?" Now, she already knew what she was going to say, but I wasn't sure whether she was going to share her vision, but she did. She ended up sharing it to the whole crowd of that young people. And the pastor did the next best thing and asked all the youth to go to their cabins. This is a camp. To go to their cabins, find any donation that they can find, and bring it back to the where the meeting place was. And I was just in awe, just sitting there of remembering what I heard her share in the car, to the point of where youths are gathering and bringing in money to help her vision, to help her raise money, donation for her vision. It was such a supernatural thing. And yeah, it's amazing how from going to not wanting to share her vision to sharing it to a crowd. And we're leaving the camp. We're driving back home with an iPad in the boot of the car and $2,000 as donation for her vision test, for her to start her vision from the young people. So that was an amazing experience that I got to witness. And from that day on, there was nothing that could hold Urge back. She was unstoppable. 2011, she founded the Village School Project, formerly known as Project X, because we didn't know what to call the project then. So it was just Project X. Then it moved on to Insight Educate for Equality. And now that it's called the Village School Project. And it was for a mission to improve access to education and quality of life in rural Oromia, Ethiopia. She recruited a number of passionate, skilled volunteers and to support the mission. In 2012, they did a needs assessment with an in-country partner called Keto. And some of the focused areas were on the school building, the roads and transportation, water and sanitation, and of course the educational access. And I had the privilege to go along with a group of volunteers to Wankigopo to organize a fun day, which was such a phenomenal experience because we got to witness the vast number of people that attended that event. There was so many people coming from, neighboring communities, and it was a very successful event. Moving on to 2015, school constructions began with 3 classrooms, 6 toilets, 2 water supply points, and designed using termite resistant materials. The road project, and I actually got to see the bridge at Wankigopo, and my gosh, I literally thought we were going to drown in the river. But it was amazing how they've improved that bridge. And then also with the school scholarship launch with 37 students. Moving on to 2017, there was continued work on the construction and enhancing the learning environment and boosting student morales and teacher retention as well. Moving on to 2018, the Village School Project collaborated with 23 local teachers in action research project focused on student-centered pedagogy and increasing classroom engagement and collaborative teaching practices. Now, in 2019, due to the instability in the region, all development had to go on pause, but that didn't stop. It kept going, and thanks to the wonderful team, they started in November last year. They marked the soft launch of Urge's Foundation, and it's the initiative inspired by Urge's lifelong commitment to compassion, education, and community development. And then today, one of our things that we're working to expand on is the scholarship program. The number of students have increased from 37 to 70. And so that's enabling a broader access to education and reducing dropouts. So there's all these wonderful things that's happening from the time that I heard of the vision till today. I am amazed. I am amazed that even though she's not with us, that she's still here and her vision is still being carried out. And in conclude, I've witnessed Urge and the team go through some wonderful, great stuff, but along some great work comes some challenges. And one of the main challenges I remember that she was sharing about was when we had donated a lot of materials from here to ship over to Ethiopia. Customs was one of her biggest hurdles and challenges. So, and also with the road and shipping things across there. But she was a fighter and she never gave up. which is what I really admire about her. And like I said, I've been blessed to have heard the vision from the beginning and see it become a reality today. But I know that there's just a lot of work to be done with this project, and so many things have come, but nothing is impossible. And I believe that if we work together, it'll be a success. So I do remember Urge mentioning that she said to me one day, Dee, I know this project won't just be in Gopo, it'll be for all the villages around the world. And so I've been honored. I miss her dearly, but I thank you all for what you guys are doing behind the scenes. This is such a great cause, and I'm so happy to be a part of this huge vision because, yeah, I believe there's possibility with God. So thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for being here with us. Shared a story of friendship, a story of dedication, story of tenacity, story of commitment, story of resilience. A lot of stories within this story. I understand why you're emotional to start. 20-year friendship is practically family. And then also your excitement when you talk about her is just is really nice to see. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Before we go to the next program, thank you people that are working in the background. You guys are doing an amazing, fantastic job. I think as of right now, the currency issue has been solved. So if you're a US donor, you just go and you give, you don't have to deal with changing the currency to USD. Thank you. It's in USD now. You don't have to worry about that. Thank you, people working in the background. Amazing job. Quickly, can we see the donation page real quick before I announce the next speaker? Hopefully the next speaker is Tolu Tufa. Please get ready while we're seeing the donation page if we can. If we can't, that's okay. Donation page, where we at? Can you refresh it so we can see where we're at? Refresh the page. Okay. Yeah. People who are here right now, keep donating, keep sending the link to your friends and family so that they can donate. And if you're watching this after this has been recorded, please continue donating. There will be instructions posted with this video, I'm sure, and you can go through those instructions step by step, make it easy for you to donate. Now, I'm going to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is Tolu Tufa. She is a globally acclaimed educator and TEDx speaker. She's also a practicing psychologist recognized for her award-winning work in sexual education, mental health, and the preservation of Afaan Oromo education for children. As an Oromo children's books author living in Australia, Tolu was the first to launch global online campaigns within Oromo diaspora, using social media and storytelling to spark a worldwide movement for revitalizing the Oromo language. Her podcast, The Coded Switch, hosted with Oromo health professionals and ranked among the top 30 globally on intersectionality, offering clear and insightful discussion on navigating multi-hyphenated identities. For me, personally, Tolu is a courageous woman and a global advocate for culture, language, and the right to education. Without further ado, Tolu Tufa. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And also, I think definitely a round of applause to you from everyone watching. You're doing such an amazing job at hosting at really what is an important event. Welcome to everyone who's here, who's tuning in. If you're at home, if you're in the car, if you've got me in your AirPods and you're listening away, it is so important that you're here. It's no mistake that you've shown up, that you were meant to be here and to listen to our message. And so I think it goes without saying, somebody like Urge has impacted the lives of many, many, many people. And one thing about Urge is she always appreciated the people who supported her. She never forgot even the smallest of contributions. So it makes sense that we're here today with this amazing event that's put together so beautifully, that the organizing committee, I mean, we keep thanking them, but without them, we wouldn't be here today. There is an amazing team of like high-powered engines who are helping to make this event happen. And these are the people who helped build Urge up. So I think it's, I think giving a big round of applause to, behind the scenes everywhere, the people who are showing up, people who are helping with the donations link. And I think also Urge's family have, they were here from the beginning of the program to the end of the program. They've been here this whole time. And I think, again, it's another testament to, some of the strengths that Urge has. So she had her close organizing people, she had her family, and also she had her husband too. And I think, Mia's father, Million Urge, is someone who should also, I know he's a very behind the scenes person, but sometimes it's the most quietest people that can be the strongest foundation. And I think, for somebody like Urge, who was such a giant, he was someone who supported her by allowing her to shine her light, and in doing so shone one on himself as well. And so as a proud father of a daughter at the moment who's growing, it's such an honor and a blessing to know that she's already being involved in community. If I'm not wrong, I think she's one of the biggest donators. Is that right, Tisho? I think she is. Yes, so she's one of the biggest organizers. So if we have children at the age of 1 donating, then I think we can all do a little bit more than that. So my relationship to Urge is a close friend of hers. I think everybody who talks about Urge says, I was a close friend of Urge, because Urge had the ability to make everybody feel so close to her. My relationship with her was not a daily one. We wouldn't be in contact every single day or every single month necessarily, but she was someone, because we grew up together, because our parents came to this country in the same pathway, they got married at the same time, they had children at the same time. We were just in each other's orbits all the time. And we became personally closer, almost like sisters in university. So it was our love for Oromo community that brought us together. And we also had passion for mental health. She was in social work, I was in psychology. She was passionate about community, so was I. So Oromo youth, Oromo identity, particularly in Australia, was something that brought us together. We did different projects and we would check in with each other. She had so much wisdom. Anytime I had issues, I could pick up the phone and call her. I knew she would pick up the phone and call me. Every event that she had, I was there. From the beginning of her the village school project to the times we went to Parliament House. There's a picture we can with D, and of course D is another shining light in Urge's life. They were a formidable duo, I think. And again, here us going to Parliament House and speaking and advocating on behalf of the Oromo cause. She was someone who never took a back seat when it came to creating change. And I think it's incredibly important that we hold space for that in a way that's comfortable for us. And Urge created that for us. That's what I love about her. It's hard to say without being emotional, but I reflect back to the last time I saw Urge in person. It was at her baby shower and she was pregnant. And I remember at the time I had to go to the airport and I was like, oh, do I go? Do I not go? And I'm like, no, it's very important. I need to be there. So I attended. And at the time, she was getting ready to bring life into the world. And, I think like everyone else, it was shocking for me to hear what had happened, that, in a country like Australia, that she was taken away from us during what we think is a routine having a baby, and she was taken away from us super unexpectedly. But what she did was that she was bringing life into the world, but today she's doing that on even bigger scale. She's not just a mother to one, she's not just a mother to Mia, she's a mother to Ayantu, she's a mother to many. And the way she shows up for her community, the way she builds and gives again and again and again is honestly so inspiring. And I think what was most powerful about her was that she never waited for change to come from somewhere else. She was the change. And she makes it easier for us to step in because she's already done the heavy lifting. Most community work, and I'm seeing so many other leaders who are showing up in this room, particularly women, it is not easy to start campaigns and run campaigns. And it's easy, to feel empathy and feel like you can do something, but she made it easier for us to step in because she did the heavy lifting. She built a model that works. One that shows where our time, our money, and our support is going to. And I think the most biggest thing I learned from Urge is that transformation doesn't come from big speeches and titles. It comes from doing the work. And that's what she did. It comes from the love and being deeply rooted in your purpose. And, when Dee shared her story saying it was like divine intervention, I believe in that. Urge's story is proof of that. And so when we talk about big visionaries, then they do have big vision and they inspire people to vision, but they're just as inspired by the small, the smallest of the small. She was just as excited meeting with one person as she was with 100 people. She was excited about making change with her education just for Ayanto, nobody else. Everyone else was just someone that could join in on that journey as well. And so today I'm hoping, and I can see already within an hour, we've already raised $5,000. And I know that people watching this afterwards will be looking, this is a great time to start giving. When you don't give, people don't receive. There's so many people that are just waiting that could be you. Just like Urge said, could have been me in Oromia. It could have been me growing up in that type of life. And the power of someone putting their money where their mouth is, putting their money where their words are, walking the walk, talking the talk, so to speak, is rare and hard to find. And Urge did that so beautifully. And even in her passing, she continues to invite us to do that. And so on that note, I too want to be part of that journey in inviting you for someone who I looked up to, who was a role model, who was a sister to me. And all those times in our childhood that we took photos together and we did things together, I never thought how interconnected our lives would be. And so she continues to connect not just with me, but also with all of you too. So I want to thank you for your time. I would speak in Afaan Oromo too. I did an interview yesterday in Afaan Oromo, so I'm conscious that I'll be repeating myself. But of course, just gabaabumatti walii galatti wanni an jechuu barbaade. Urgeen nama isiin anaaf isiin akka obboleeyyan wal beekaa turre. Lamaan keenya Australia keessatti dhalannee guddannee abbaan keenya immoo akkuma walii fakkaatu gara biyya kanatti dhufanii jiran jechuudha bara 1980s keessatti jechuudha. Nuti immoo maatiin keenya of course wal baranii turani garuu nuti university keessatti walitti dhiyaannee sirritti waan oromummaa fi qabnu irraa ka'uun waliin hojjechuu jalqabnee turre waa'ee hawaasaa fi kutaa adda addaatti adda baaneetiin isin waa'ee barnootatti anillee waa'ee afaan oromoo kana babal'isuudhaaf irra tattaafanne haa ta'us malee walirra quba qabaa turre wal qarqaaraa turre nutis ogummaa keenya adda adda qabaanneetiin waan adda addaa hojjenne ka adda adda hojjetu sun immoo wal gargaarallee turre haguma dandeenyu jechuudha. And waan an baay'ee natti gammachiisu waan hedduu na onnachiise waa'ee isiirra lubbuu kennuudhaan alatti haadha saba taatee jirti bar isiin. She is literally inspiring everyone. Keessattuu of keessa kaatee hojjetti. Namarra hin eeyne. Ufuma isii kaatee ani kana godhuu qaba jettee nama biraatti osoo hin laalini. Nama biraarraa osoo hin eegine akkanumatti ufuma isii kan kaatee kana godhuu qaba jettee waan hunda lafa keettee uummata Oromoo fooyyessuudhaaf jechuudha. Anaaf isiin waan adda qabnu hedduudha. Garuu waan walitti hidhuullee hedduu qabna. Bakka kanarratti fookusi godheen akkuma isiin nama hundaaf gargaaruu tattaafate akkuma uf gargaaruu tattaafate carraallee nuuf dhaabdee jirti akka hirmaachuu dandeenyuuf jechuudha. Kanaafuu mallaqni kana gumaachuun keessanii gargaaruu keessanii isii miti ka gargaaraa jirtanii uf gargaaraa jirtanii saba keessanillee gargaaraa jirtanii. Kanaafuu bakka kanarratti baay'ee encourage isiniif godha. Hojii hawaasummaa keessatti namni martu qooda fudhachuu danda'a jechuudha. So I think garuu hojii hawaasummaa kana keessatti wanti jalqabamuu ni jira, kan xumuramanis illee ni jira. Everything has a start and an end, and this is something you can be involved in as well. Kanaafuu deeggarsa kennuu ni danda'ama. Yeroo kenna haa ta'u, linkii kana sheerii gochuudhaan haa ta'u, mallaqa gumaachuullee haa taatu jechuun bifa adda addaatiin karaa gargaarsa hedduutu jira. Akkuma isin mija'utti, what I'm encouraging is hin cal'isinaa. Lafaan taa'inaa wama harkaa qabdan wajjinis hirmaadhaa isiniin jedha galatooma.
Thank you, Tolu. I'm always in awe when I listen to you. You're true storyteller. You made every one of us feel good to start with, right? Give us our flowers, removed our insecurities, from yours truly to the audience, and then you connect the dots and bring it home to exactly what we're here for. And to continue this legacy. Tolu, I really appreciate the message that you just sent us. And our speakers are just on fire. I'm just glad to be part of this conversation and just have the front row seat.
Tisha, I'm seeing I'm obviously so inspired by what you're saying too. I'm seeing Obsa Libu, I can literally see her live. There's another person who, again, all of these women who are actually in action, they're doing things, they're the ones showing up. Obsa's got children, she's got a husband, she's got family, she's got work, and she's here because this stuff really matters, Tisha. And so I think, it's really important. I saw Arfate as well earlier, I can see people showing up live, and I think that's what people need to see. You need to be here in the moment and actually doing it. But I don't know, what's resonating with you today?
Yeah, you're right. And you know what? This is actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, because our next speaker is actually Obsa Libu. So I'll introduce Obsa Libu, and then Obsa Libu is a registered nurse at Stanford University Medical Center in California. She's a member of our community, the Northern California Aroma community. She's a passionate advocate for healthcare equity. She's the founder of the East African Medical Relief Foundation, an organization committed to building sustainable medical networks that serve the underserved and vulnerable population of the Oromia region in Ethiopia. Since her first medical mission trip in 2009, Obsa has led multiple teams of healthcare professionals to Oromia, providing essential care and medical training in areas with limited access to health service. Her vision continues to bridge critical gaps in care through direct service and community empowerment. Beyond her clinical and humanitarian work, Obsa has been an active member of and leader in several Oromo communities across the United States, consistently dedicating her time and expertise to support cultural, civic, and health-focused initiatives. She's a beloved wife of my good friend, Nati, and then also she has two beautiful and amazing children, Raya and Toke or Dure. Without further ado, Obsa, the stage is yours. You're on mute.
Galatoomiti. Ammayyuu. Can you hear me? Na dhageessu? Okay. Tishoo galatoomii. Okay. Namoonni sagantaa kana hundeessitan hundi keessan ulfaadha. This is a great honor to be here to honor one of our own, Urge, Anaaf Urgeenii. We do have many similarities. Hojii keenya irrattis biyya adda addaa jiraannu malee maatiin keenyas area focusii lafa hojii hojjennu akka Toltuun jette isheen education irratti hojjette fayyaa irratti hojjedhe kullachuun saayyuu crossii ol godha iddoo tokko tokkotti. Toopikii xinnoonnaa kenname waan irratti dubbadhu isuma irratti qabeenii hojii Urgeen hojjettu hojjedha. On a personal note, biriijii Urgeenii waankii gobbootti hojjechiiftirra etuu biriijiin sun hin hojjetamiin. And as a teenager achirra deemee argeera konkolaataan hin darbu ture ganda sana. Thanks to Urge, namoonni naannoo waankii jiraatanii mandii konkolaataadhaan dhufanii deebi'uu danda'u. Hojii baay'ee hojjette Urgeenii, maatii ishee ulfaadhaa, miliyoon mi'a agartuu hundi keessanii. Ulfaadhaan isiniin jedha. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, honoring the legacy of Urge, a builder of hope. We've gathered here today not only to remember a truly remarkable human being, Urge, but also to carry forward the powerful mission she left us, building hope, opportunities, and resilience through education in rural Oromia. Urge was more than a philanthropist. She was a visionary, leader, a mentor, above all, a servant of humanity. She made her mission to support and empower one village, one school, and one student at a time. Through the Village School Project, Urge did not just build classrooms in Wanki Gopo. She built futures. Urge gave children in Oromia the most powerful tool imaginable, access to education, but her vision went far beyond books and classrooms. She saw education as a foundation of resilient communities, a way to end generational poverty, a way to empower young people to become leaders, healers, and builders of their own future. She believed that true humanitarian support starts with listening, partnering, and working alongside communities. In a region too often overlooked by the government, Urge planted seeds of hope to continue to grow because she knew the future of Oromia lives in its village, and its youth, and its dreams. Urge believed in transformative power of education, not just for individuals, but for the entire community. She understands that resilience begins in a classroom with the pen and pencil and a book. The unwavering belief that every child deserves a chance. Where others saw poverty, Urge saw potential. Where others saw hardship, she saw opportunity. Where systems had failed our people, she stepped in, not to rescue them, but to restore hope and dignity of the Oromo children. She believed deeply in the strength of local voices and the value of investing in people. She empowered teachers, mentored youth, supported families, and brought people together in a pursuit of one simple, powerful goal, that is building a world where no child is left behind. That grow for generation. Urge planted forest. Her legacy lives in every classroom of the Village School Project, and every student who now dares to dream, and every community that now stands a little stronger because Urge believed in them. Today, let us honor Urge not only in memory, but in action. Let us continue the work she started with the love, courage, and with that quiet determination she carried so gracefully. She was a light in this world. Her light still shines on. In the lives she touched, in the communities she lifted, and in the dreams she made possible. We have the opportunity to continue what she started, to invest in the classrooms that are still waiting to be built, and the students still hoping for the chance to learn, and the teachers who carry Urge's spirit forward every single day. Urge gave us a blueprint of impact, grounded in compassion, humility, and determination. Now it is up to us to build on it. Let us give generously, not just in memory of Urge, but in celebration of everything she stood for and everything we can achieve together. Education is the seed of resilience. Keep planting it. Every child deserves a future. Every future starts with an education. Thank you for keeping Urge's dream alive. Galatoma, one let's keep her legacy alive. One dandeenyu gona. Bayata.
Thank you very much for that emotional and touching delivery. I didn't know about the bridge project, and just nothing else, just that bridge alone. Think about it. Just the bridge alone. Some people who were not able to travel across from one place to another, being able to do it, and then Urge saw the need and filled that gap. I mean, when you say visionary, Urge is truly visionary. Thank you, Obsa, for that moving. And I know you feel connected with her, and that explains the emotion that you're feeling. Camera is down. I think speakers, as you come in, make sure your head is near the top of the thing. I think that's what the media people are requesting in the chat. Next, we go to our next speaker, a person who does not require any introduction. Kuwe Kumsa. She is a Oromo-born scholar, journalist, and advocate renowned for her dedication to human rights and social justice. Born in the Midolo, Western Oromia, she began her career in journalism, producing and broadcasting Oromo radio programs, and editing the women's column for the Oromo weekly Bayisa. She relocated to Canada in 1991, fleeing the political persecution and violence she endured due to her efforts in promoting Oromo women's rights in Ethiopia. In Canada, Kuwe Kumsa pursued higher education, earning a PhD from University of Toronto. She is a staunch advocate for women's rights, girls' rights, and people's rights. She is a board member of the Think Institute and a professor emerita at Wilfrid Laurier University, where her research focused on Oromo culture, immigrant identity, and community engagement. Kuwe Kumsa's life and work exemplifies resilience and a steadfast commitment to advocating for marginalized communities, making her a significant figure in the fields of human rights and social work. Everybody here, Australia, back home, US, Canada knows who Kuwe Kumsa is. Without further ado, please take the floor.
Thank you, Tisho, for that wonderful introduction. And thank you, everybody, especially the team that organized this. Like, I'll be in your team. I really appreciate your work. Thank you so much for bringing us into this space. And I really would like to thank everybody who is here and the parents and the friends and family of Urge. Waaqayyo baga jajjabeessee sin dhaabe. Baga jajjabaattani. Baga dandamattani. Kanuman isiniin jechuu barbaade baga jabaattani. Waliinuu baga jabaanne. Jabaatanii nu jabeessitanii asiin nu geessanii kanatti nu fiddanii jabaadhaa ammallee. My heart is really full of gratitude because last year we sent off Urge with tears of grief. And now we stand strong to celebrate her life and to continue her legacy. That is amazing. continue Urge's legacy, we need to come out. We need to encourage our girls. And I think Urge would be very happy if she looks at what we do here. And I think she is looking down on us. She's shining that light of her down on us now. I think she would be very happy that we are actually continuing her legacy. Let us continue. Let us go do that funding, do that fundraising, and let us continue her legacy. And I think I hear her. Shh, can you hear her? Can you hear her? Listen. Do you hear her laughter? I hear her laughing. Welcome, Urge, in our midst. That yearning spirit is what we share, and you are here with us in that yearning spirit. And thank you, everybody, for that. And let's yearn together. Let's continue her legacy. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much for not just the words, but for the exercise. A true educator and placing us in that space so that we can start reflecting, thinking. I really appreciate that. There's this group organized by Agaruda here in our community where she's trying to take us through different emotions and thinking things through, especially in Afan Oromo. And when I hear about things like the same thing is those are the things carrying me back there. And thank you for sharing what connects us with people. And one way to honor Urge's legacy is for young girls to come out and shine as they were supposed to. Thank you very much. And I don't want to say much of what you said and take away by saying about it. I want to leave it the way it is. I'm speechless, to say the least. Thank you very much. I know time is going, and we would like to keep going to the next speaker, who is my good friend Asafa Wagjira. But before we do, I just want to remind you the project is to two different projects. One is the school project where we want to support 75 students for a year. That's around $19,000. And then $4,000 will go to the water sanitation project, which we already have reached. Just for the sake of time, I'll introduce our next speaker. Next is Asafa Wagjira. He's a dedicated spiritual leader and community advocate with a rich background in sociology, childhood studies, and theology. He holds a BA in sociology from Wak-Woya University, a master's of philosophy and childhood studies from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, and a Master of Divinity from San Francisco, here, Theological Seminary. Currently, Asafa serves as a resident chaplain at Methodist Hospital in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, and is a pastoral candidate in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America at the Minneapolis Area Synod. Since 2018, he has been deeply involved with our Redeemer Oromo Evangelical Church of Minnesota, initially as the children and youth pastor, and now as the congregation's spiritual leader. Beyond his formal roles, Asafa is passionate about leveraging digital platforms to connect and inspire. He hosts the Wagjira Show, I'm sure some of you know, a program that shares uplifting stories and gospel music within the Oromo community. Additionally, he has organized several fundraisers to support individuals and communities in need, reflecting his commitment to service and compassion. I don't know if Wagjira Show is still around. I haven't been following for it lately. But without further ado, Asafa, please take the mic.
Galatooma nagaan waaqayyoon dhuma keessaniif haa ta'u, introduce yerootti na gootu ana moo jedheen sodaadhan iyyuu hin baay'ate. Ani garuu waan dheeraan dubbadhu baay'ee waan gabaabaan dubbachuu barbaada. Nagaan waaqayyoon dhuma keessaniif haa ta'u irra deebi'ee. My name is Asafa Wagjira. I was born and raised in Wankigopo, where Urge School Project is based at. So Urge's father and mother are from Mandi area, from the municipal Ana Manasibu area. But Urge did her project at my school, where I went to school from grade 1 to grade 8. So she came back and did her project after I left from Wanki area. First of all, what I want to say is I was really challenged by Urge's untimely passing. It really affected me. It affected the way I look at life. It affected about maybe my theology too, and also challenged me to like reflect on like what is life, and how should I live my day-to-day life. I want to quote one. I was introduced as a pastor, but let me quote a poem by Mary Oliver. And one of her popular line is from Summer Poetry from Summer Day. She says, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one and wild, precious life? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one and wild, precious life?" So I study sociology. In sociology, we talk a lot about society, but society can't do anything as by itself unless there is an individual like Urge. Urge was a visionary. Urge was a dedicated person, friend, and she has time for a lot of us. I connected with Urge when I maybe like around 2012 when I was in Norway via social media, and we constantly chatted, talk about back home, about Oromo issue, about theology, about life in general. Then I met Urge here in the United States in person in 2016, I think, in Bay Area, when she came to America to visit friends and to tour the country and share her vision. Urge is a great friend. I just want to say that. She's a great friend. She's an amazing person, dedicated, and also she knew her vision. And always vision comes for one person. Vision doesn't come for society. It comes for one person, and the society will catch that vision, follow the vision, and fulfill it. And Urge was sent for us for time being, limited time being on this earth, and she fulfilled that. And akkan itti hubadhutti Waaqayyo akka wanta inni nu ergise wayinatti fakkaata Urge. Yeroo gabaabaaf nu ergise itti fayyadamaa, irraa baradhaa, dhaggeeffadhaa nuun jedheetu yeroo ergisi ishee kun immoo deebisee of biratti fudhate jechuudha. Kanaaf namoota akka Urgee baay'ee qabna dana keessaa we have Obsa, we have Tolu, these amazing individuals. Jireenyi namoota kana yeroo laallu namoota xiyyeeffatoo, namoota utuu jireenya isaanii jiraatanii, utuu ijoollee isaanii guddisanii, utuu barumsa isaanii baratanii akkuma Urgeen kolleejjii dhaabatee fi dhuftee waan akkasii kana goote mul'ata warra qaban, warra xiyyeeffatan, warra nama kaakaasan, warra hambilii, warra koomitiidha jechuudha. So Urgeen sana hundumaa turte. Anaa fi kanaan dura mentionii godheen ture. Yeroon teessisii koo jalqaba barreessaa ture, when I was doing my masters in Norway, she helped me edit my thesis. Because Urge she's also amazing, academically amazing. Gara tokko gara lama duwwaatti miti jechuudha. Kanaafi Urgee dhabuun keenya baay'ee na dhiphisee, baay'ee na jeeqee, baay'ee ammayyuu baay'ee really affected me. But we are grateful of what she did. And let me speak on behalf of my village where Urge came from. This village is there have been a lot in the last 4 or 5 years. Our village has been devastated by war. You know, waraanni rakkinni isaa iddoo guddaan Oromiyaa keessatti gaggeeffamaa jiru akka iddoo waankii qophootti hin jiru. Politically dubbachuu barbaadeetu hin taane iddoon suni dur karaa afaa riqicha fa'aatu hojjetamee ture, karaa riqichi sun iyyuu irraa cite amma. Manni barumsaa sun guddatee amma 10tti fa'aa ol ka'ee ture, nagaan iyyuu hin jiru jechuudha. Abbaa faatii koo achidha kan isaan jiraatanii, for their safety achii ba'aa jennee kadhannee ba'aniiru. isinitti muudhaaf jechuudha. Naannoo sana keessa kan jiraatan garuu 99% of them cannot leave that area. Barumsa isaanii barachuu hin dandeenye, jireenya jiraachuu hin dandeenye, rakkina guddaa keessa turan jechuudha. For the since maybe 2019 kaasee jireenyi hin jiru naannoo sana. Namni barachuu dhiisaatii baay'ee beela'aadha yeroo ammaa kana jechuudha. Naannoon iddoon keessatti dhaladhee guddadhee naannoo rakkina qabu miti. There is a coffee, there is cash crop, there is food. People have been okay. An rakkina iyyuu jechuun hin argine yeroo guddadhe. Garuu amma namni waa'ee barumsaa dhiisaatii qoonqoo isaatii waan nyaatu hin qabu. Rakkina akkasii keessa jira jechuudha. Naannoon Urgeen keessaa dhufte jechuudha. It has been through a lot. Nama baay'eetu du'a, namni maaliif du'e namni nama gaafate iyyuu hin jiru. Rakkina baay'eetu jira, maaliif abalummaa akkas ta'e namni nama gaafate iyyuu hin jiru jechuudha. So yeroo waa'ee when you think about donating to Urge's legacy, think about that. I really want us to think about it. You know, we are helping people, community who has been devastated in many ways. Economic devastation. Ijoolleen barumsa barachuu hin dandeenye beektu. Generation meeqa akka inni fudhatu iyyuu hin beeku wanta sanatti fufsiisuudhaaf jechuudha. Kanaaf kana hunduma isaa yaadaa gochuutu nurra jiraata. I just want to mention one thing and leave. Maaliif an inspire isin gochuu isin jajjabeessuu waa'ee urgee isin amansiisuudhaaf hin dhufe miti. Urgeen jireenya cimaa qabdi, testimony cimaa qabdi. Garuu ganama kana waa tokko isinitti hima. Ganama this morning I called few of Wankii Gophoo people. You know, Ameerikaa keessa namoota jiranii mana barumsaa Wankiitti kan baratan ijoollee mana barumsaa Wankii Gophoo keessatti baratan namoonni muraasni here and there jiru jechuudha. Isaaniif bilbilee wajjiniin haasa'een okay waa'ee urgeetu jira har'a sababii ta'eef waa tokko goona jenne I don't know how to do it. Hunda namaa miti namoota muraasaa wajjiniin dubbannee har'a haasofnee hunda namaa including goonee namni nu komachuu danda'a garuu maqaa Wankii Gophootiin doolaarii Ameerikaa 1,750 gumaacha jechuudha. Akkamittiin akka inni kennamu maal akka inni ta'u hin beeku. We are donating 1,750 American dollar. Waaqayyo guddisee isin haa eebbisu. Urgeeni urgaa'aa, foolii gaarii, foolii abdii nutti horaa ammas nu wajjin hin jirti. Sila dubbadheen ture waa'ee dubartii Doorkaas jedhamtu tokko macaafa qulqulluu kiyaa. Dubartiin sun hin duute jedhanii du'aa kaase waaqayyo. Resurrectioniin kan nuun urgee kan nuun abdannu through this project. In danda'ama itti fufa leegasiin ishee jechuudha. Kanaaf waan gochaa jirtaniif globally Urge's friends, Urge's family and the whole Oromo community that are attending right now and those of you who are coming and attending this live video fundraiser after this, thank you and please consider donating to this amazing cause. Wanta waaqayyo baay'eetti gammadu sila ustaaziin dubbatee ture macaafa qulqulluu keessaas akkasuma jedha gooftaan keenya Yesuus Kiristoos kan inni gaafate warra beela'an kanaaf maal gootanii warra dheebotaniif maal gootanii anaa waa gochuu barbaaddu taanaan waaqayyoof waa gochuu barbaaddu taanaan hiyyeessa dhaqii gargaarii mucaa namni gargaaru hin jirre akka isheen maqaa ishee kaaftee haasoftu sana dhaqii ishee gargaarii nuun jedha macaafni jechuudha. And Gustavo Guterres said, the well-known liberation theologian, ija hiyyeessaa keessatti waaqan argitu taanaani ammayyuu waaqayyoon hin argin jirtaa'e. Unless you see God in the eye of the poor, homeless boy on the street, you are not yet discovered God. Kanaaf jireenya keenya keessatti carraa waaqayyo nuu kenneen waan dandeenyu hagoon jechuun barbaada. My donation will come as a Wankii Gophoo from few of us who went to that school way before Urge came and built it. And waaqayyo isin haa eebbisu galatooma ammas irra deebi'ee maatiin Urgee galanni waaqayyoof haa ta'u waaqayyoon ni jajjabina isiniif kenne ammas waaqayyo hojii isaa isinii wajjin hojjetaa jira. Globally namoonni kanatti hojjechaa jirtan irratti hirmaachaa jirtan hundumti keessan ulfaadha. Behind the scene kan jirtanii kana sagantaa kana qindeessuu isaa baay'ee ulfaataa ture namoonni kana hojjetan hundumti keessan of beektu. Thank you so much. Congratulations, we are doing successful fundraiser.
Galatoomi asee an kan nagee 1,000 kan jedhu waan tokko duwwaan nagee 1,000 meeqeette?
1,750 US dollar.
almost $2,000 saduwan dhagee miti nam qoosee hundumaa dhageera galatoomi. I didn't know you were the direct beneficiary of Urge's project. Waan kidha achi akka taate hin beeku naannoo sun akka taate malee. It's embarrassing to say ani Dambidoolotti hin baradhe. I didn't even know Wonky until I met Urge's project. But it's good to know that you're direct beneficiary and that people around from that area recognize the importance of this project and are actually putting their pocket where their mouth is. So this is, and thank you for the message of encouragement. It's depressing to hear some of the news that you gave us, but we're not going to be depressed. We'll be motivated this is the time to ask. Quick heads up is given to us from the media. I have a couple of announcements before we go to next speaker. One, we are getting some donations through Venmo. If it is easier option for you, whether you're right now live or you're sharing with your family or you're watching it later, you can donate through Venmo at Urges Foundation at URGESFOUNDATION, Urges Foundation. Somebody will probably put that in the chat. They already did. They're really fast. I'm really impressed with the people working in the background. Can we see one time the donation page before I introduce our next speaker? Donation page one time. I know there's a lot of pledges. Can you refresh it so we can see? We are at 6,352 with the pledges. We are really making it. Some people have asking questions in the question and answer. Please, some of you there. I know there's some questions that are not being answered. Please answer them. The $19,000 that is being asked is for a school project for one year for 75 students. Please answer that in the people are asking. Are there new names that I can say? Pastor Tamasgan already has donated 100. I'll be 200. Job brains behind this organization. One of the brains behind this event. And I don't see at least I don't readily recognize new names, but a lot of people are given anonymously. The third
that I'm sure that other people remember the same spirit and the same warmth and the same care and the same love through other moments just like this. And I think it's this spirit that permeates through her work through the village school project. This last poem I'm going to read was written a very long time ago in my first book, Siane. I wrote it about the sisterhood between African women or Black women, and I know that Urge's sense of impacting people through her relationship and her ability to be in relation goes far beyond race and far beyond her cultural background. So you'll just note that context as I read it, as there is mention of race in it. But I really think it speaks to this moment I'm mentioning, and just who she was in the way that she extended beauty on this earth while she was here. And this will be my last piece, and I won't say anything after. So He Duga Ratoma, thank you all. Don't forget to donate. Not don't forget, you can't, you're going to be told many times, but do donate is what I'm saying. Do donate, do help this project reach its full capacity, and thank you all for being here and organizers for making this possible again. Indigo increments hung off earlobes belonging to my favorite hiding places. The homes of all of my shortcomings, my failures and fears of it, tiredness and I'd had enough. Ruby red stains on the lips that softly lend reminders to keep going. This followed by the small hues of orange running along jawline made of bone, but there is still something superhuman about sisterhood. Violins strum sounds that lay siege to the conventional, to the traditional, to the violet only beautiful and full when cradled by its cloud. The girl who wields this weapon has mastered many arts. You know this by the way she glares directly into the yellow of the sun, daring it to tell her to stop strumming. The last of us met in valleys of laughter carved in the light of green-lit lamps. The common all my colors know is the black that bears witness to its beauty, all hung off, wrapped in and tied by black. The black that it sleeps in, wakes in, and walks with. The black that is more than color and more than shade. The black that all rainbows should remember that they are birthed from. Thank you, Galatoma.
Thank you, Soretti. Thank you. That's why I love storytellers. I like storytellers because they take the simplest stories and then make. Somebody came to the room that I'm in. The simplest stories and deliver an amazing deep message. The reason why I laughed at your story is I can relate. You were actually 18 or 19. I was in grad school. There was this competition presenting your research in 1 minute. I practiced so hard. I wanted to win. And I went on the stage and I completely choked, stopped. And then they sat me down. They gave me another chance after a while because I got it back. I went back and choked again, twice. But I didn't have a friend like Urge who did not take that as enough. And my friends actually brought this song, Eminem song, this rabbity thing. Am I getting kicked out? Okay, I will leave in a little bit. So I'm getting kicked out of where I'm at. My room reservation has ended, but as I leave, I'm going to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is my dear friend Arfasi Gamada. Arfasi is a distinguished human rights advocate, citizen community organizer, and dedicated mother, whose multifaceted contributions span the realms of social justice, youth development, and civic engagement. With an extensive foundation in advocacy, Arfasi had led numerous initiatives aimed at advancing equity, protecting human rights, and empowering marginalized communities. Her leadership extends beyond the political sphere into the athletic field, where she serves as a flag football coach, fostering teamwork, discipline, and resilience among young athletes. Balancing her professional commitments with the responsibility of motherhood, Arfasi exemplifies integrity, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to positive social change. Arfasi is a dear friend, Had Oromo. It's really nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Without further ado, you take it. I'll be moving, so I'll turn my camera off. Arfase, please take it.
Hayyee galatoomte shoo akkam jirtan hedduu keessan yeroo dheeraan booda san arguu jira bag jiraattanii maatii urgeenii waaqayyoon dabalee jajjabina sanii haa kennu. And I think it was Luke Thomaskin who talked about everyone in this movement, you find a hero. And one of my heroes are here today, and I just wanted to recognize her, and that's Kuwe Kumsa. Thank you for all you've done for me and also the Oromo struggle. Your passion, your compassion, and also your dedication to our struggle is greatly appreciated. Ulfat Sinjichu. I first met Urge while working with Wak-Woya, but I got to know her better when we worked together during the first round of Oromo protests. The Oromo protest movement was a turning point. It brought Oromos together across the globe. In Oromia, courageous youth risked everything protesting for basic human rights under dire conditions. And in the diaspora, we rallied in solidarity. We gave what we could, our time, our skills, our voices, and resources to push the movement forward. From city to city, across continents, Oromo communities stood in unison. Protest after protest were organized. Advocacy groups drafted letters, met with elected officials, and ran ongoing social media campaigns. For the first time, I witnessed our community truly harness the power of digital media, and it was transformative. Much of that digital strategy came from a brilliant team of youth in Australia, which we have two amongst us today, Soreti and Tolu. They produced videos that designed infographics and built campaigns that captured the world's attention. And at the center of that was Urge. Many of you remember when the red profile pictures took over Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, an iconic show of solidarity. That was Urge's idea. Urge worked tirelessly behind the scenes, no complaints, just commitment. She was the person you brought ideas to, and she'd come back with just not one solution, but three. She understood the assignment. In addition to my full-time job, I'm a sports mom, which means I've learned more about sports than I ever planned to. And in basketball, there's a never-ending debate about who's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. My son says LeBron, I say Jordan. And honestly, no one will ever settle that debate. It comes down to what you value most in a player. But I've noticed something. The most insightful opinions comes from the players themselves. They understand the game on a level that outsiders can't. In the world of Oromo advocacy, Urge was the GOAT. She didn't seek the spotlight, but those who worked with her will tell you Urge was always there, putting in the work, dedicated, passionate, and unwavering. She gave everything to the cause, and I'm grateful to have worked alongside her. Today, we've heard about the many ways Urge gave to the Oromo community. Now it's on us to carry her vision forward by supporting the work of Urge's foundation. Everyone in this room knows the power of education. It opens doors, it expands perspective, it empowers children, especially those in rural communities, to dream beyond their circumstances. Let's honor Urge's legacy by ensuring that power reaches more hands, more minds, and more futures. Galatoma.
Thank you, and thanks for keeping it short. Arfase, I don't know, they moved me from a room to another room while you were speaking, so, but I caught the debate between who's the GOAT. I think you both got it wrong. I think it's Kobe Bryant.
Who's the GOAT?
The GOAT is Kobe Bryant. So both of you are wrong.
We'll talk about that offline, Tisho.
We'll talk more offline on that. But
Okay.
I didn't catch most of your speech, but I'm sure since I've known you for so many years, you've been inspiring for a lot of people, including for me and a lot of other people. So I'm sure you shared something very inspiring. I'm sorry I missed it. But we'll continue for the sake of time. I might be kicked out very soon from this room also. Can you give us 1 or 2 words summarizing, just for my sake, of what you just said in 1 or 2 words? What's your main takeaway?
For Urge?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 or 2 words, this challenge on the spot.
That she is the GOAT of Oromo advocacy, right? As you know, in the GOAT debate, where the people are always talking about, who did the best 3-pointer or dunk, right? As outsiders, that what we see, but we don't see what goes into making that play. And Urge had all those qualities. So for me, she's a GOAT of our struggle.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree
And
with
she
you. And I remember
motivated all of us. Those of us that were on the front line, she was the one for motivating us and supported us in what we were doing.
I agree. I remember most of those campaigns, and she was taking a lead in most of those things. So thank you, Arfasi. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Our next speaker, I think I'm going to jump into introducing our next speaker for the sake of time. But hopefully people are donating, sharing the link. The way you can donate, there's in the chat, there's 2 ways to donate. It's already been available to you guys. One is the link for donation and another is Venmo. Our next speaker, I've known this young man for a while now. Obsa is a technologist and community advocate with a strong background in data transformation and front-end development. He previously worked at KP and served as contractor for Meta. Obsa is also the founder of Kafali Pay, a fintech startup focused on creating mobile banking solutions for underserved markets. His entrepreneurial drive is matched by his deep commitment to civic engagement and social justice. He was an early contributor to oromoprotest.org and jawarmohammed.com, building digital platforms that helped elevate Oromo voices during times of political unrest, especially during Jawar Mohammed's first imprisonment. These platforms played a key role in informing and mobilizing the global Oromo community. Through both his professional work and his advocacy, Obsa continues to bridge technology and community impact, uplifting cause that matters to the Oromo people and beyond. Without further ado, Brother Obsa, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And I gotta say, I was deeply, deeply heartbroken when I heard of Urge's passing. It was a shocker to me because I'm probably one of the last people to find out. My kid around that time was under 1, so I was rushing around like everybody else. But in my sadness, finding out was really heartbroken because she had such a bigger than life impact than people might realize. At the time I was working there was a lot of Oromo content being censored, and I couldn't be the face of this. And basically, Urge was the person that brought the resources of people that bought up the domains, like Dawit, like Musa, and basically to formalize a strategy of how to address blanket bans against Oromo content and to address the systemic pressures against Oromo advocacy that exist here and abroad. So Urge was one unique person, and I was happy that she found me, and I worked tirelessly to take her feedback, and I can't stop choking up when I hear that she passed away, and I hope anybody donates and considers like the life of advocacy that she has led. And she did this in Australia, and she connected me with other Oromo activists, along with everybody else in Australia that I've met, including Agartu later, and also everybody else. She introduced me to everybody else through the Oromo protest movement, and she was behind the infographics. I was just a website guy putting it all together. And the fact that she uh, gave me an outlet to give back without putting my name anywhere was pretty remarkable. I wanted to give back, but I couldn't do it without jeopardizing my job. So I have all to thank Urge and obviously the wider Oromo community, the civic activists behind Oromo protest, all of them. And I met Arfasi and I met everybody else, afterwards. So, and I'm sure she actively worked behind the back to introduce me to those people. And I appreciate her deeply for all of her work. And I hope we continue her legacy. One thing that I do wanted to touch up on is Urge was a type A personality. When she talked to you, when she addressed you, when she made you feel close to her, her passing away during childbirth should be rarer than what happened to Urge, and God decides when he takes us. But it happens, and it happens at a remarkably alarming rate, especially across the Western world. And we should recognize the social context that we all live in. When we go visit the doctor, when we are in the workplace, when we engage with everybody else across the Northern Hemisphere and Australia, that we are not just dealing with biases of our own people, we are dealing biases towards all Black people. So, and in this case, we have to recognize that, that's the Safu Khanutik like the Safu culture that we carry and the Safu culture that we teach to our kids. And I argue we all do teach our kids what is appropriate and what is not. Doesn't always translate well in the societies that we currently live in, that we have kids in, that we're educating our young and the next generation in. So we should also be considerate that when we advocate for ourselves, and the last person to die from a medically related death, we should be Urge. Like, she can voice, and she has a clear voice for what her needs are. If it can happen to her, it can happen to any man, any woman, any young and old, So it isn't our position, but we have to be aware in the context that we are advocating for ourselves, so we are actively heard. Like, you don't know how shocking it is that a person that can enunciate, that can speak for herself, can articulate really well, this happening too was deeply saddening to me, but also a warning to all of us in how the world perceives us whenever we address them. So I hope everybody donates, and I hope everybody continues her mission to make the educational opportunities possible, and for us to engage everybody in our world and to hear everybody mourning my friend Urge. I say my friend because she touched my life, and I thought I had a deep connection with her too, just like everybody else here, which is so shocking and so heartwarming that I didn't feel alone even though I'm a world away. And this connection that she cultivated with me in the Bay Area, despite being in Australia, is quite impressive. And I hope we build on that legacy to raise daughters like her that will continue the mission of advocacy for social goods, for social welfare and human rights, the same way Urge has done for all of us. I want to thank you guys all for making this opportunity possible for all of us. Thank you. That will be it for me.
Thank you, Obsa. Appreciate it. Really, thank you for highlighting, especially folks that work in the background, sometimes anonymously without even, being noticed. But the contribution that they do is critically important. And then the way Urge touched lives from people who work in the background to people in the forefront, she was able to, have a meaningful connection with everyone. Baay'ee galatooma hundi keessaniyyuu itti fufnaa garuu xumuraatti deemaa jirra. Please put the fundraising, either fundraising page or the website for the foundation for people to see. Either or work. Oh, there you go. Can you refresh it and see if there are also more pledges that are coming? We're not supposed to be able to raise all the 25,000 today on the event. It's impressive how much we've already raised, and then in the coming days, I'm hoping we'll get to our Marartu Kitila, one of the sisters, 250, and the Wanki Gobo group 1,750. What else? New names. Daraje 200. Who did I miss? Darajeman, yeah, and there are also more names that are coming in. Thank you for all donors. We're almost at the finish line for the day. However, anytime you see this video live, you can go and donate. We're not going to stop until we reach our goal. Kunimo page foundation, Urge's foundation. You guys can go to urgesfoundation.org to check out all the work that's been done. Keep yourselves updated with the progress of the projects. I'm sure there's also places how to get involved. If not, the family will tell us how to get involved besides donations. There's on the page, you can also donation. You can actually donate anytime, or you can do monthly donations to be a partner in her vision and her projects. Next, we have, I think, a video message from Marartu Kitila. She's not here. I believe she has a video. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I will not introduce her. We'll just go directly to the video.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marartu Kitila, and I had the privilege of calling Urge one of my closest friends and one of my adoyes. Our friendship began in the midst of advocacy work. So lots of late night strategy calls and early morning planning sessions during the Oromo protest digital movement. But what started as a partnership quickly became a sisterhood. Across 4 time zones spanning the US, Europe, and Australia, we shared our struggles, our stories, our laughs, and some of our longest calls were longer than a full workday. Yes, you heard that right. And honestly, those conversations were food for the soul. We affectionately named our small international group of adoyes the Cinque Circle. And in this Cinque Circle, Urge was our anchor. She was wise beyond her years, always offering thoughtful advice, listening with patience, and speaking with purpose. It's really hard to explain just how incredible of a person she was. Urge was also hilarious. I can still hear her incredible laugh and her clever one-liners in my head. But most of all, she made every single one of us feel seen, valued, and understood. That's just who she was. The Adoye sisterhood at its core is about love, protection, truth-telling, and unwavering support. And Urge embodied that spirit more than anyone I've ever known. She brought that same heart to everything she did, including the Village School Project. The Village School Project wasn't just a project for Urge, it was a calling. It was a calling. It was born out of her love for her community and an unshakable belief that access to quality education can break cycles and build futures. This is a perfect example of how Urge didn't just imagine change, she created it. And with complete humility too. So humble, you know, Urge rolled up her sleeves and she did the work. And because of her, generations of children in Wankikopo have opportunities that they wouldn't have otherwise had. So, you know, continuing Urge's work is not just an option or a passion, it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility that all those close to Urge carry with both honor and determination. The vision that Urge had for her community was bigger than one person. And while we would give anything to have her back, the best way that we can honor her is to keep building what she started. The Village School Project is not just her legacy, it's her love in action. And through it, she continues to
We got most of the message at the end. At least for me, there was no sound. I don't know if it's the case for everybody. Can everybody hear me? I don't. People can hear me, so I don't hear the sound on this video. Also, can people hear the sound on this video that's being played right now? So yeah, they didn't hear the video, and I don't think they can hear this video either. Okay, for this one, we don't need no audio. So we're coming to the conclusion of the program for today. I know the sacrifice in time that all of you have to make to be here today. Hundi keessanii iyyuu waan adda addaa waan maatii wajjin waan ituu qabaattanii asin wajjiniin yeroo dabarsuudhaaf dhuftanii dhumarratti this is really a testament to unity and working together, what it can produce. I'm really amazed by each and every speaker thus far. Next, I'll give the stage to Agartu to say a few words. I know it's not easy to deliver a remark in this kind of environment. I assume there might be some emotions. We understand, Agartu. Be strong and take your time. And now I'll leave the floor to you to say a few words that will send us off. Thank you.
Thank you, Tisho. I quickly just want to respectfully acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional owners of the land I gather on here in Melbourne, Australia, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all for being here today. Your presence, your support, and your kindness mean the absolute world to our family and our friends and everyone around us. We're here not only to remember my beautiful sister, but to honor the incredible work she began, one of many things she so effortlessly and gracefully poured her heart into. This wasn't just a cause for her, it was her calling. She believed deeply in the power of coming together for a shared purpose to change lives and impact communities, especially for those often forgotten. Not only was it through the Village School project, but she touched countless individuals known by us and unknown by us through her career and her community work. Losing her has left a space nothing can ever fill, but seeing all of you come together to carry her vision with the same passion and commitment we have gives us so much strength. It reminds us that her bright light, her spirit, and her love for others is still very much alive. Behind the scenes, we have a strong and dedicated group of people working tirelessly to make her dream become a lasting reality. We will keep moving forward by the grace of God, step by step, and we want you all to be part of this journey with us, because it's just not hers anymore. It belongs to all of us now. A heartfelt thank you to the group organizing this tribute. Each and every person, your care, your effort, and your belief in this cause has made today possible. And to every single person who has given their time over the last few months planning this beautiful tribute, their support and their dedication, we thank you. Every single panelist who has spoken, shared a spoken word, a personal story, contributed through a video, and contributed through finance, we are so deeply moved. All of the media outlets who have gone live and collaborated with the organizing group to ensure a smooth event, we thank you. You are helping keep her legacy alive in the most beautiful way. This project isn't just about building one school, it's about carrying forward the love and the hope my sister gave so freely to others. And I know she would be deeply moved, so proud and so humbled to see this today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That is the perfect closing remark. No addition needed. I had a closing remark prepared, but I'm not going to use it. Instead, what we'll do is I'm going to encourage all of you to continue donating, to continue sharing the link with your families, friends, co-workers, Oromos and otherwise. This is a really good cause to rally around. Please keep sharing, keep donating. We're not going to stop until we reach our goals. The links is in the chat. Please copy right now. And the way to donate through Venmo is also in the chat. Copy it right now and take it with you so you can be able to share it. Thank you to the people who are behind organizing this. Albi Ungashe and the rest of the team, all of you, Urge's family, really amazing. This is just the start of the work. So our work just started. Our media sponsors, thank you each and every one of you for the work you were doing in the Oromo community in general, and specifically for being here today with us the entire time and supporting this project. And then before the announcements, publicity, everything. Thank you, everyone. I think that will conclude our program. Don't forget to donate. Don't forget to be part of the movement. Go to her page, urgesfoundation.org, and see how else you can get involved or be a monthly partner. Have a great rest of your Saturday for the ones over here. And I don't know what time. I think it's probably Sunday for Australia. I don't know. Thank you. And you guys are getting a thank you from the family. This will conclude our event. Good day.